Well, good morning and a very warm welcome indeed to Bowls New South Wales' live and exclusive coverage of Season 3 of the TAB Planet here at the wonderful Soldiers Point Bowling Club for Magic Round. We have all 12 clubs competing here at the venue today, so it should be a great spectacle of bowls. We're featuring this morning the clash between the Engadine Cougars and the Belrose Bulls. My name is Lee Stinson and I'm thrilled to have the current state senior men's fours champion and New South Wales state selector Clay Parker joining me for commentary today. And Clay, both these sides finished on the wrong side of the scoreboard last night, so I'm sure we're going to have two fired-up teams today.
Yeah, for sure, Lee, and thank you for the invite today too. It's a pleasure to be on board here with you co-commentating. But we had the game last night with 𝗟𝗓𝗡 and Belrose. I watched that game on the live feed, and Belrose were very, very unlucky. They only got beat by 3 shots. And unfortunately, Engadine played a very, very in-form Maryland side who won the competition last year. So both these teams need to turn around now and get their game together and have a win today.
Absolutely, and you can see there with the ladder on screen for all our viewers at home, the situation after all those round one games last night. Marylands and Raymond Terrace both recording 10-0 wins. And also wins last night for the Cabramatta Bull Ants, the Wenty Leagues Magpies, Rilla Gorillas and the East Maitland Griffins. So very early on in the season, we've one round into 11, so plenty still to go. And I'm sure over the course of the games today and also round 3 tomorrow, that ladder will start to take shape.
Yeah, that's right, Lee. A lot of these teams here have got different players from last year, so they're still trying to gel. So they've got to get their combinations working right, and it may even take till the second half of the season. And a rough start in the Platinum League, you can come home with a wet sail the second half and still make the playoffs.
Absolutely. And you see the teams there on screen today, that top 4 players, our feature rink. So for the Belrose Bulls, it's Michael Rawlings, Luke O'Grady, Steve Rawlings and skipped by Matt Lucas. And they'll take on Dylan Essex, Adam Charlton, Jordan Thompson and Sean Ingham for the Engadine Cougars. We'll touch a little bit later on those other 2 rinks, but you see all of those players there on screen. And just a little while earlier, we were fortunate enough to catch up with our 2 skips on the feature rink for a quick chat. We're lucky enough to be joined by 2 of our star players heading into this marquee round 2 matchup. First of all, from the Engadine Cougars, Sean Ingham. And a tough start for the team last night, Sean, with a away trip at Marylands. Obviously looking to bounce back this morning.
Yes, definitely looking to bounce back. Game got away from us later in the evening. They're a great team, Marylands. We knew we were going to be up for it. And, obviously bounce back today against Belrose.
And Sean, you've been a long-time marquee player for Engadine. How did that association start and what makes you keen to keep coming back each year?
A few years ago, I was down there with Fergie and the guys. It started when I was a bit younger and had a few years off, but then ended up getting another chance back there. And, finals last year, we're trying to get back on the back of that. So we're just looking to improve our position today.
And Matt Lucas, who we'll talk to in a moment, both of you from Queensland. I'm sure you've had plenty of experience both with and against each other. What are his key strengths and what you need to try and shut down here in the game today?
It's the same as anything. Plenty balls in the head and get them past, and hopefully we can hang on to them. They're attacking players. They give their bowls a chance, so plenty of bowls in the area and see what happens.
Fantastic. Best of luck, Sean. We'll let you go and continue on with your practice. And we'll bring in Matt Lucas from the Belrose Bulls. Similar to Sean, started off with a loss last night. I'm sure you're all motivated to try and get win number 1 on the board this morning.
Yeah, that's right, Lee. We pushed them pretty hard in the end, and we got to within 3 shots, but we probably left it a little bit too late. And Belrose, my first year there, and there's a good vibe going on. Probably just feeling each other out a little bit. But no, I think the bus trip away helps, and a couple of beers last night and get to know each other a bit better. So yeah, hopefully we get that team continuity happening over the next few rounds.
No, fantastic. And just tell us a bit about the 3 guys in front of you today. Maybe not fully familiar with all the viewers, so if you want to run through the 3 that you have playing up front.
Yeah, so Mick Rawlings, Luke O'Grady, and everyone knows Rawlo as well. So pretty lucky to have somebody like Rawlo playing 3. You know, he's been a legend of Belrose for a long time. And, yeah, I think, you know, again, the combinations, I've never played with him. I played against him a fair bit, so got great respect for him. But just sort of working out each other's games and that sort of stuff. Might take a game or two to sort of work it out. But we made a pretty good fist of it last night. And I think we're going to gel pretty quick.
You've been able to get out and have a quick practice this morning. What are conditions going to be like ahead of today's game?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time I've sort of played on this particular surface. It looks like a needle punch sort of felt sort of type. So a little bit different, a little bit slower than you might expect, but the turn looks good. And I think, like Nugget was saying, we'll probably try and give everything a bit of a chance on this surface to start with, and don't leave anything short.
Fantastic. Well, there we are, viewers. We've heard from both our key players, and we'll be back shortly for end number 1. And as the players conclude their second trial end, we thank both Sean and Matt for joining us pre-game. And we heard from both the guys there, Clay. They're really keen for a win this morning. I'm sure we're in for a good game. Great facility here too at Soldiers Point, mate, isn't it?
Beautiful. I've just spoke with the head greenkeeper here, 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗘. They call Doggy. He said this green has no idiosyncrasies whatsoever. He said it's perfect. That's what a greenkeeper would say anyway, I would say. But it's got no little tricks to it, he said. It should be a really good game, and should see some very tight heads according to the shape of the green.
No, absolutely. And that was the feedback I received from the game here last night. Of course, the local Soldiers took on Wenty Leagues here last night. And it was Wenty that came away with a victory, but players this morning telling me that the green played really well and consistent. Just changed a little bit, as sometimes the synthetics can do between daylight and evening time.
Yeah, well, they can speed up a little bit with a bit of a chill in the air, a bit of cold weather, and they can slow down when it gets humid or the barometer gets high and it gets a nice warm day. It can slow down a bit. This green here is very similar to the one at East Maitland, the boys were saying, which is they're pretty well peas in a pod, these greens.
Fantastic. So we see play underway already. Great opening bowl there by Mick Rawlings for the Bulls. Leading up here for Engadine, we have Dylan Essex. Dylan, a newcomer to the club. He spent a bit of time over the past couple of seasons playing for 𝗥𝗏𝗏 and represented the ACT men's state side in the Ali Shield. So very well credentialed bowler is Dylan.
Mick coming in with a nice little bowl here too. As you may all know, he's the son of the very famous Steve Rawlings, who's been a member with Belrose for many a year. Absolute legend down that way. So it's nice to see a father and son combination playing together on the same rink.
Absolutely, Clay. It's one of the key features of our sport. If most of our viewers are well and truly aware that all genders can play together, so you do get that family connection. And always like seeing those stories on club pages where multiple generations have won club titles together.
And it's always nice to win with a family member. It sort of has a lot more merit really sometimes.
Luke O'Grady gets down to the shot bowl and drops in.
Very nice bowl by Luke.
Luke, another one of the newcomers. There's been a few changes between the squads here at Belrose in between season 2 and 3. Luke O'Grady, still a resident up at the entrance, but he's made the move from the New South Wales Central Coast to travel down each and every week to play his competitive games now for Belrose. Of course, over on the other 2 rinks you might see on our scoreboard top right hand side of your screen, a couple of new skips there as well. So Josh Walker-Davis and Dale McWhinney-Shillington. Josh now full-time representative at Belrose, and Dale still in Queensland and coming down as a marquee player, along with Matty Lucas. Is another great start from Luke, turning those bowl of Rawlings closer to the jack.
I had the pleasure of playing with Josh Walker-Davis for 2 or 3 years at East Maitland, and he is a very good bowler. absolute pleasure to play with. He was very impressive when I played with him anyway.
You see Adam there just fading under the line. Really nice weight. Just trying to make a small disturbance. You spoke in the opening there, Clay, of no funny business within the greens, and we'll see some good heads. And right away here on in number one, the guys have piled the bowls in and around the jack. As you see, Rawlings drop back for a bit of cover now. Got a pretty good setup there.
Known as Rawlo to all his mates. Jordan Thompson on the mat now. Been a very good under 25 bowler now for quite some time, Jordan.
It's just going to go past that jack-eye bowl. Great effort.
Very good home.
Still a couple there to the Bulls. Steve looks like he's just going to get around the front ones on his backhand again. Can draw all the way back to count. He just clears the front. He goes a bit deeper. Always going to help just in behind. That's where it looks this one is going to end up.
Very good bowl there. If your team's holding shot, you should always try and be behind when you're playing second or third. If your lead's on the jack, you've got to get behind.
This one close here from Jordan Thompson. Just needs to run out a little further.
Got the rub too.
Gets a couple of edges. Still going to be a couple there to the Bulls. He's just widened the target area there for his skip. We mentioned the great facilities here at Soldiers Point. We thank them for their partnership in hosting Magic Round for the TAB Platinum Pennant in Season 3. As we said, all 12 clubs will feature here today. Alongside our streaming game, we do have Wenty Leagues taking on Raymond Terrace. So we'll keep you updated across this session with score updates there. And then the other 8 teams will all feature in the 4 p.m. session.
Yeah, Matty Lucas a bit heavy there, but it's another good covering bowl in case the jack comes back. Pretty good spot to be when you're holding 2 shots.
Yeah, it looks like for Sean, he's going to play similar to what Jordan did play. I think get a couple of rolls out of Jordan's bowl and turn that through the jack, make shot.
He's being a bit more positive here. Pretty positive on the forehand.
Yeah, just getting close to Jordan's bowl here. Just needs to turn it over. Well, just gets past it. Gets Jordan's other one into a handy spot.
Matty Lucas will be trying to just drift around that front bowl on the backhand and count, I'd say.
Yeah, spot on Clay. Just looking to finish inside that bowl that was rolled over in Ingham's first attempt.
One thing you'll find when people have to draw around short bowls, they're always heavy most of the time.
Oh no, Ingham, attempt number 2. Was only a bowl outside the line with his first. Just trying to get a turn out of that turquoise and yellow. Well, he's ended up on the same line.
Very good
Same
bowl.
line, same weight, and it's going to be 2 for the Bulls to kick things off. On the opening end, this is your first time watching a New South Wales pennant match. Just a reminder that we have 10 points on offer in each game. Our master scoreboard, that top one on your screen, is worth 7 points and a single point each for the 3 rinks. Each rink playing 21 ends, so a total of 63 to be played. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, this is round 2 of Platinum Pennant. We're early on in the season, but matches come thick and fast throughout the 11-round competition. 5 weekends to get through those 11 rounds. before finals. Their top 5 system. The finals, and quite a drastic change in length here, Clay, for our second end.
Yeah, you'd think that normally keep the end that they just won 2 shots on, but they've gone minimum length. They've got Matt right back, just over the 21 metres. It's not far past it. So it looks like the Belrose Bulls are trying the short ends as a tactic early in the piece.
A clear tactic, we think, or did Mick just cast the jack a little shorter than what he was hoping?
Maybe. Yeah. We'll stick with tactic. It sounds a lot better. He's a bit under with the first one and a bit over with the second here.
Dylan, as you see, the left-hander, I played with a great friend in Orange, Clay, who told me he always liked to carry a left-hander in his team. He thought they could get bowls into places where us right-handers couldn't.
Yeah, well, it's probably true. They stand on the wrong side of the mat and everything, don't they, really?
Like the fast bowlers in a cricket team. You'd like to have one left-hander, just for a bit of variety.
Something different.
𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗡𝗗 just going to sail by as well, so...
It's funny, they've changed this length up here and nobody's nailed it yet. There's 5 bowls come down and the closest one's about 2.5 foot behind.
But the good sign to know how well this rink's playing is that they're all pretty well down the centre line. They've just missed their weight.
That's right.
𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 sneak his way forward.
Still plenty of room in there for the Belrose boys. It's funny how a minimum length or a maximum length can just sort of upset the rhythm of everyone's length. It's certainly affected it here so far. Somebody's due to nail the length here very, very soon, and there's one there right now. It's about a foot jack high. Very good bowl.
Yeah, good shot there from Adam. So there's certainly room here, but Engadine with 4 at the moment. Well, Steve Rawlings, do you run it out? Not quite.
You're right about the line here, Lee. Everyone is just absolutely nailing the line. Every single bowl's pretty well on the centre line. So the green is very, very kind with the line, that's for sure.
Yeah, of course we are undercover, but not fully enclosed. And we have what can only be described as a really light breeze at the moment. So not going to get too affected by the wind at this stage. Those bowls of Jordan have taken a battering over the East, Clay.
Yeah, I think he likes a drive now and then.
Right, Steve Rawlings, just half a metre or so needed.
Yeah, Rawlings nailed this.
He's beaten all the back ones. It's going to be close between that and the red. The indication from Sean is that the red bowl is still holding shot. Good save there from Steve Rawlings. Went to the mat, 4 down. He's reduced the count back to 1. As you said, Clay, Steve Rawlings, a incredibly well credentialed player, been stalwart of that Metro Northeast region for many, many years. Won his share of state titles too. He was the 2001 triples state champion. Played that with Dave Shearer and Michael Turner, and also won the triples again in 2017, 16 years apart.
Wow.
That time with Crawford Linton and Matty Blackburn. And those 3 teamed up with Brad Franklin to win the 2013 State Fours. So 3 men's state titles in New South Wales. No mean feat. Steve's bowl just got pushed up by his skip there, but not quite enough. Still Engadine holding.
See what Nugget can do here, whether he can add one to it. He's certainly got the capabilities. Broadbeach Bulls player and Queensland Premier League player and absolute legend up in Queensland.
He is, isn't he? And he joked to us before the game that he plays for the Bulls, his home club in Queensland, but down here playing against them in New South Wales today.
Yeah, it's funny playing for them and against them.
But we love getting that marquee representation from other states and at times from around the world. And for those viewers who might be asking, each club has to have 10 or a minimum of 10 local players. There's only 2 marquee players permitted per side. So it's still well and truly made up from that home base. So Matt got that bowl a couple of rolls with his first. Needs to do the same again. He's awfully close. Just catches it on the edge. Drifts by.
Yeah, Matt also being a Queensland Premier player. He's from the club of Helensvale, which is a very, very famous club up there with Nathan Rice, etc., etc. They've got a very, very good side up there as well. But Matt's coming down to play with the Belrose boys. Right, here comes Nugget down again on the forehand. Same bowl as his last, and he should be very close.
He's got a couple of bowls of his own there to try and turn to the count. Just gets the wrong angle on it. Both skips playing good weight, just not quite getting the angles they wanted.
Oh, geez, that was unlucky.
So the red one of 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡 taken out. And just the one it is. So the Cougars now on the board. 2 shots to 1 after 2 ends. So both sides just feeling things out, and we spoke about the tactics, Clay, and straight away Engadine are going to match that kind of distance, but just doing it in reverse with the mat a long way up the green.
That's it. They're looks like the Belrose boys are mat back and short, and Engadine boys and girls, I should say, mat up and short. So the only time this changes things is when you're a bank bowler and the mat goes up the green, your line comes in. But if you just bowl off the arc of your eye, the widest part of your arc, you don't need to change anything. But anyone that bowls off the bank, you need to bring your line in when the mat goes up the green. Should I tell them the secret formula that 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗚 taught me, mate? Or
absolutely. I'm sure those that are watching on would like any extra help for their own games. A lot of people probably heading off or getting prepared for a 1 o'clock Pennant match this afternoon.
It is a secret formula, so maybe I shouldn't tell, but I will. So if your mat goes up, say, 6 metres, the distance your mat goes up the green is the distance you come in off the bank. So if your mat goes up 6 metres, how many sixes go into 6 is 1, so you'd come in 1 metre off the bank. So if your mat went up from the tee right up to the minimum mark, which is about 12 metres, you'd come in 2 metres off the bank to correct your line off the bank. And that's only for bank bowlers. So there's your formula. A sixth of the distance the mat moves up the green, you bring that in off the bank. And it works like a charm. That's something that the late, great 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗚 taught me.
All right. Always plenty of little tips and tricks to be found. As you well and truly know, Clay, an experienced coach yourself, and teach those things. A lot of people self-learn those ones as well over the years, don't they? And work out the best method for them as Adam Charlton comes in again.
Little touch, but just didn't quite go with him, but very good bowl.
Adam, another newcomer to Engadine this season, moved across from the arch rivals at Taren Point. Adam was a member of the Taren Point side last season that went all the way to the number 2 Pennant state final, just defeated on that occasion by Campbelltown. And Adam telling me that in their local competition earlier that same season, Clay, that he was pitted up against his son who played for Engadine, and while Adam was at Taren Point, so he thought the time's come that I need to get back and have a few games playing with my son rather than coming up against him. So made the move to Engadine.
Yeah, well, I've done the exact same thing. I'm up at Maitland City playing back with my son Corey, so fathers seem to follow their sons around a bit. I think you'll find that there's a couple of players here, they're using the same set of bowls actually. It's the same set of 4.
Yeah.
Dylan and Jordan
certainly do.
Sharing a set.
I said to both guys during the practice that these look very similar. Are they the same? And yeah, it was confirmed. They are the same set. I wonder who got preference of which of the good 2 and which of the bad 2.
That's right. I think they all draw pretty close to the jack at this level. Right, here comes Steve Rawlings on the mat now. Steve's be trying to get one nice and close here. He looks a touch tight going down here.
Yeah, just going to catch that last one. Jordan's. Once again, Clay, the shorter length, just catching players out.
Yeah, it's very unusual. You'd think they'd be all over a short length like this, but no one's really nailing it, are they? I'm sure it'll only take a couple of ends and things will change.
Probably no perfect formula, Clay, but both sides get 30-minute practice before the start. Where would you try and lead the team towards? Are you going to try and get to every length if you can during that short time?
Yeah, you'd probably start off with your 3/4 roll up, then go minimum, then go maximum. Get used to all of them. You're going to find that the players at this level will try every single length on you to try and test you out. You know, you've got people like you got champion players, world-renowned players like Lee Schreiner just only play T to T because they know they're that good at it. No one can sort of match them. But yeah, at this level you've got to sort of play short, medium, and long. Get used to all of them. And make sure you practice all of them too during the week.
We saw a great correction there by Steve with his second. Just leading a matter of centimetres from the jack.
Must be that little bit of a breeze coming over the fence now is making the bowlers turn. The last couple of bowlers there, Steve Rawlings and Nugget, both their bowls got away. You can just feel a little breeze coming over the fence at the moment. And the ditch back to the clubhouse.
Yes, that was that backhand that Sean Ingham played. Probably looked just the wider hand when they were practicing earlier, but very, very similar both sides of the green. As I said, even that small breeze that we have would just make a little impact, and Matt's bowl there fighting against it.
It certainly does, especially on a carpet green. I find that the breeze can affect the bowl. Just a light breeze, nearly a metre.
So Ingham here.
This is much better.
It's a little wider. Going to make contact with the shot bowl. How far does it go?
And Nugget made a very good correction there with his
close,
line.
but there's a little pack of Belrose bowls where that's landed. If Matt Lucas can get contact on the jack here, just over draw weight. He's close.
We're right behind the bowl here where we are, and he's looking really good.
Just needs to go a bit quicker.
Yeah, just a fraction of weight there, Lee. That's all you needed.
See what the count ends up here. Just trying to be delicate. I needed to move the jack. a matter of a foot, half a metre, would have brought in quite a few more. But a nice count for Belrose already. We'll see what it finishes up as. Players still measuring. Just the one, I think the final outcome after that measure.
Didn't see much of a signal there. We're still not quite
Yeah,
sure.
3-1 has been put on the scoreboard by our players.
Yeah, 1 to Belrose.
And Belrose going back to that initial tactic. Just a reminder, of course, for everyone watching on, those conditions here at the venue at 24 degrees at the moment. Ideal weather to be playing. That breeze that Clay referenced, 15 kilometres an hour. I think a little bit lighter than that at times. And a fantastic new surface here at 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡. About 14 seconds, timed that over these opening couple of ends.
Sort of a pace you can nearly play every shot on 14 seconds, Lee, isn't it? It's very, very comfortable sort of pace of the green. You can play your trails, your draw shots, your on shots, your swinging shots. Everything's sort of comfortable. When you start getting out into the quicker range, like 16, 17, 18 seconds, the on shot seems to be sort of taken away and becomes more of a draw and drive green. But this one looks like it's going to handle nearly all shots today.
Yeah, I think you're right, Clay, and knowing how close the bowls are going to be on this good surface, there'll be plenty of opportunities for that slight overweight shot, trying to turn a bowl 2 or 3 rolls or trail the jack.
Very good shot there from young Mick. He's just drawn it about a foot behind the jack there and got the shot for Belrose. That'll be proud.
We spoke earlier about father and son being on the same team and winning events together, Clay, and the Belrose Club singles final this season actually saw father and son against each other. It was Steve versus Mick in the final, and it came down to the wire. A huge crowd, I'm told, on hand at Belrose to watch the game. 25-24 in favour of the older generation.
Of course. The experience just at the end.
Steve got the win over son Mick. Not to be outdone, Mick did claim the men's pairs title there at Belrose.
Wow.
With our organiser here this week in Billy Johnson. So Billy, my colleague at Bowls New South Wales, won the pairs with Mick.
2 young fellas, that's awesome. See them, 2 blokes that young winning a major pairs at the club with all the experienced fellas.
The club posted a great photo of them. They have a tradition at their club at Belrose where the 2 pairs members will pin the badge on each other.
Oh, very good.
And Billy and Mick won the handicap or major minor pairs 10 years earlier. So the club put the 2 photos together in a post 10 years apart of the 2 guys. And yeah, it was great to see that good mates have that success and play together for many years. So the good ones there from Luke. Sees Adam on the attack, just catches the wrong edge, runs off.
Yeah, Rollo put another good bowl there, about 1.5 foot behind.
You see those other rink scores starting to come through there. Callum Murray on the opening few ends there against Josh Walker-Davis, and very tight 2 apiece, Wayne Rudiger and Dale McWhinney-Shillington.
Yeah, the game between McElroy and Shillington last night on the live feed was a very good game last night there at East Maitland. No, I think Shillington got her 6 on the last end, actually, which made the game interesting. Only a 3-shot victory. Walker Davis was a mile behind last night and got up and won the game by 2 shots. So it's only early, plenty of time. As you can see, the players can come home very strong in the second half. Here comes Rawlo again, playing his backhand, trying to emulate his last shot that probably counted.
Yeah, you got their own coming up. Jordan made shot with his first. Just didn't quite have the pace.
Weight was perfect. Oh, nearly a couple of bowls short, you're right.
So one of the Cougars. Now that he's holding shot, been asked to change over to the other side. Didn't want to disturb those angles on the forehand.
As you can see, the heads are getting a lot tighter there now. The players are getting used to these short ends. They're starting to pack them in there now.
Absolutely. And for those who are watching us in the vicinity of Soldiers Point, we hope you have the opportunity at some stage to make it down here to the venue. And some of you might be getting ready to play your own Pennant matches this afternoon, but we do have the locals on show here at 4 p.m. As well as that, the game we'll be covering on our live stream from 4 p.m. is a replay of the Season 2 Grand Final. Maryland's Magic up against the Warilla Gorillas.
That's going to be a cracker, Lee, eh?
Looking forward to that.
A great game.
Lucas just tips his own bowl forward there. Be close for shot. Yeah, absolutely. We're looking forward to the Grand Final rematch and bringing that one to live and exclusive on the Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel this afternoon. Play scheduled to get underway at 4 p.m. local time.
Nuggets lining up on his forehand here. He's looking to be positive. He's not drawing. He's playing a little bit of weight through.
What angle does he get?
Ooh,
gets
just
underneath.
Just under. Good pace to roll the bowl over the jack. I noticed last night, Lee, at halfway, nearly all the teams were only had a couple of shots difference, except the Maryland's game. But yeah, quite a few of them just jumped out right at the end to win their games last night.
So Matty trying to get this right angle with contact through the bowl. Ooh. Well, spills the jack to the side. Did it stay in?
Could be dead, I'd say.
Yeah, it looks like it's gone out of bounds. It's been picked up. So we'll replay that end. Just trying to get bowl through bowl without any jack movement.
You'd think that jack would have locked onto the pack there somewhere, wouldn't you? Come off the outside bowl and went out of bounds. Very, very unlucky.
So, of course, no respot rule in New South Wales Pennant games. Can get some longer matches with that format, but seems the preferred method here in New South Wales. I know some other state associations do play the respot. Feedback we've received right across the state in all our grades, not just the platinum, is that the players appreciate that option to have the dead ends in their Pennant comp. A couple of our other variations we do have the respot, but not in this format.
There's young Mick leading up on his backhand. Should come home pretty well with that breeze picking up now. The nor'easterly off the bay should be kicking up lunchtime and making the wind a bit stronger. It's funny, Dylan and Mick are playing the opposite hands. Often you see leads following each other down the same hand, but they've decided to play the opposite side of the green, which is unusual.
Great opening bowl from Dylan. Maybe they got confused, Clay. One's a right-hander and one's a left-hander, so maybe they just said, yeah, we'll both play our backhands.
That's probably the go too, yeah.
Especially on these synthetic style surfaces, Clay, always like when travelling away, go and see what the local club members are doing. What side of the green do they like? It's usually the best indication of where to go.
Exactly. Thoroughly agree. I've written notes on pennant play, and that's one of the points I've got for good pennant play. When you get to a club, don't worry about rolling up too much. Just follow the opposing lead down. He practices there all week. He knows the best side of the green, so follow him down. You may have to change after a while, but that's usually the rule of thumb. Follow the locals down and do what they do. They know the green better than anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Dylan doubled up with a couple of good ones there, and Luke's ensured he's covered the work of Mick there by getting a nice close bowl early on. Absolute minimum at this level, Clay. You want 2 of those first 4 bowls to be in there nice and tight. You can't be just left with a single bowl in there. You're going to be vulnerable all the time against the quality of back-end players in this competition.
Well, 9 out of 10 times that bowl goes, doesn't it? They're that good, these back-end players. If you've only got one bowl on the head, you're normally in a bit of trouble. They're so good at getting them out.
It's a good little angle change there from Luke. Doesn't get shot, but it changes it up to get access to the jack a lot easier for the people behind him. As we said last night, the only time the score's taken is when the skips have finished their bowls, so no need to necessarily hold shot at the lead, second or third position, but if you can't get shot, you need to be trying to make it better for the people coming behind you.
And one thing you shouldn't do as a lead or a second is niggle when you're not supposed to. Just get bowls in the head, build the heads up for your back-end players, and be a good team player. Don't try and get the shot yourself when you're playing up front. It's all about building heads up for your back-end players.
Similar shot here for Steve Rawlings that he had in this direction a couple of ends ago, where trying to just arrive on a tightish line on his backhand. And sit this shot bowl out.
He should have learnt from his last narrow bowl. He's
gets a couple of touches, finds his way through to the jack.
Very good bowl, Rollo. It's going to be tough now too, Lee. He's taken it back and there's a wall of bowls in front, both sides there now.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what we had last night for those of you who tuned in at our feature match at Carlingford. About 70 or 80 mil of rain at the venue in the preceding 36 hours. Had a pretty slow green, as you would expect with all of that rainfall, and as soon as the jack got trailed in behind the pack, the back-end players were forced into some very tricky conversion shots.
Is he going to look for a bit of weight up the middle here? I think he might. There's a nice hole up there. A big gate up through there on the right-hand side.
Well, he's very close to Clay.
He's played it too.
What does he get here? Well, gets the jack. Stays in bounds.
Ooh.
Right out towards the corner. Half a metre or so inside the boundary peg. So 2 good bowls there from our thirds. We've got a 3-on-3 drawing comp now. 3 bowls left for each side. None of those front ones are going to be in consideration, Clay. So there's 3 bowl pairs.
Probably 6-7 metres to draw the shot too, by the way. There's plenty of room. But Rawlo's, look at Rawlo go. Yeah, another
terrific
good bowl.
effort out on that new line.
The line doesn't change too much on a carpet or a plastic green lead, but when you're playing on grass, you'll find that area out there is a lot deader, and you've got to play more weight and less grass in the grass. But on this carpet, your line shouldn't change all that much.
When you say a bit dead, you just mean it just hasn't had that traffic go through it and then bowls and people walking up and down. Just a bit different out on the wide parts of the rink.
Yeah, the bit of grass that's either sort of a metre inside or outside of the peg doesn't get walked on, and it's a lot thicker and stands up more. So you've really got to play less grass and more weight. But carpets and plastic, it doesn't change, only on grass. So something to be aware of.
Pretty handy opener here from Matt Lucas. What does he do? Yeah, well, lifts it even closer. Good couple of shots here for the Bulls, and he's made that really hard for the draw shot now. So I think Sean walking back, looking at the head. He's going to try and get a close one in here. I think he might have eyed up playing the running 𝗟𝗡𝗨𝗡, but I think he settled in trying to get a close one on the draw first.
And he's got two bowls, so he's got one in his eye too with the run shot. That turquoise and yellow bowl's a little bit in his eye there.
Maybe clears that one with good weight.
And guess what?
Finds it, so now he's got two in the way of the run shot. Still two down. Much the same here for Matt. He's in a wider drawing set with his Tiger Pros. Just needs to settle in there nicely again now.
If he rolls this and sits on top, oh, that's very good.
Line a very good three.
He's changed it up perfectly and taken the shot away from Nugget. There's a nice couple of bowls to sit on there on the forehand, but now he's turned that bowl over and fell on the front of it. It's tightened the head right up. It's an excellent three now.
Yeah, it certainly is. A small amount of room for Sean to outdraw him. Looked like his weight was pretty good with his opening bowl. As you said, just caught the one at the front.
Only trying to draw, I'd say. Yeah. He's well down here.
Any touch here is going to help.
Oh, what a bowl. Great.
Well, it's no worse than second.
Very good shot.
Catches it, and it's one to Belrose. So great save. Reduces a couple out of the count. Very tight here on the feature rink. 4 shots to 1 in 4 ends. Just the 5 scored. Those who were with us last night, and Clay, you may not have seen it, but we started off in the Carlingford versus 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗓 match. It went 4 shots for 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗓 on the opening end, followed by 5 for 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗓. 4 and a 5 to 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗓, and then 3 and 3 to Carlingford. Well, 15 shots scored in 4 ends.
Wow. That's unusual for this sort of level, isn't it?
Settled down a little bit after that.
Yeah, good opening bowl there from Mickey's been steady so far.
Just looking around the greens. Our other match in action here in the opening session of Magic Round sees Wenty Leagues Magpies 19 leading the Raymond Terrace Jets 16. Early stages there in that one, of course. Both games started at the same time at about 11 a.m. local time.
Just heard a big roar over there too. The Wenty Lee's guys that played a big bowl by the look of it, made a multiple. So that's probably why they've just skipped that few in front now. As you can see, the players are picking up the pace and the line, and they're starting to zero right in on the jack now. They've found their feet. So Engadine with a real close one there at the moment. brings 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗙𝗠 down for his first bowl. He's just trying to play a little bit of weight through the middle of them two bowls. Trail the jack. But falls into a very good spot there. Good receiver.
Just that weight that the top skips like to see from their seconds, isn't it, Clay? They can be that half a metre or a metre over. Always just changing heads up slightly. If they're missing, just finishing behind it. It's just saying that nice receiving position. Here's another example there from Luke.
Good seconding. Especially when the lead's holding shot, Lee, I always like to see the second get that couple of feet we are behind.
Adam, does he bring that receiving bowl into play with this movement of the jack? Well, he has. Kicked it back. His first bowl now would be holding shot.
And Rollo out to the wide hand, the ditch side. Should get a bit of breeze here and bring that back nicely. He won't be too far away, I can tell you that. Here he comes again. Very good bowl.
Great shot from Steve Rawlings. He did tell me pre-match, Clay, that he has just turned an age, which has a 6 at the start. So, I'm not sure if he's quite ready, though, to start playing senior competition. I still think he believes he's got plenty to offer in the open ranks. And obviously getting to play in the region titles and things like that with his son now probably is wanting himself to stay there. But I'm sure at some stage he'll turn his mind to senior competition, and he'd be a mighty force, you could imagine, in some of those state titles in that event.
Yeah, I'd love to see him come up and play over 60s. He'd be an awesome asset in over 60 side with his experience and being a previous open state player as well. But obviously he's still got a lot to offer at the open level, and he still competes with everyone at the open level, and he's also getting to play with his son at the open level, so he's not quite ready yet.
Ever so slight change of wind direction. Just feeling where we're based outside here, Clay. Both players just getting caught a little bit on the outside there with their second bowls.
Yeah, that breeze somehow has switched around. It's like swirling around inside here now. It's not blowing across from the bay. We're only a few hundred metres off the bay here, so you get the nor'easter.
Yeah, just very light, isn't it? Just moving a bit in both directions.
Perfect conditions. Beautiful. Right, here comes Matt on the forehand now. He's got pretty good weight. Maybe a touch short.
That's enough to count. So let's see what Ingham decides. If it is only those two,
do you think he might go for both?
Yeah, he might go firmer. Well, let's put it this way. He's going to play overdraw weight. If he's confident playing a metre or two, or he wants to go a bit more, we're soon to find out.
Yeah,
just a few metres. Forehand. Running shot. Just needs it to get by those bowls up top. Well, he's turned the bowl through the gap.
It's amazing that ball went between the bowl and the jacket.
Nearly got a fortunate
Didn't affect anything.
result. It's the Engadine bowl that went through. So Steve Rawlings just indicating that it looks like there's still 2 in favour of Belrose, but all the bowls toward the back of the rink belonging to Engadine. So we're going to see Matt just get to the deepest part of the green here.
Steve's got his foot out there saying, "Dob it on me toe." I think he's going to be reasonably close to.
Got to the back of the rink.
Yeah, pretty good shot. That covers it.
So for Ingham now, you'll be able to just back the pace off a little bit now. The best result for Engadine, just to trail the jack half a metre to a metre. With this bowl, they've got that nice little collection in behind. less weight and a little wider line. Just asking for a bit of turn. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗡, well, he got more turn than he wanted in the end. Unbelievable weight. Finished right alongside the pack of bowls they had. His body language is asking for the bend. Well, he certainly got it. Actually went right across the face of the jack, as you see there on the replay. So Belrose scoring here again. Just going to confirm the final number.
Very close. It's that close, they're calling an umpire.
Umpire measure.
It's deceiving, isn't it? I thought that back bowl looked shot easy from here on the camera, but very deceiving. I think that back yellow and blue one was the shot, but it's a very close measure.
And of course, one of the new features for the TAB Platinum Pennant here in Season 3 is the rink position change. Our production team put the graphic there on screen for us, Clay. So for those of you watching on who aren't aware, each rink has the opportunity at one point during the match to swap positions within their rink. So it happened a few times last night across different venues. So just one straight swap. So it could be the lead and the second switch positions if you want to try and get some better bowls in up front, or the third and the skip might switch positions if the skip's not quite hitting form. So each rink with the opportunity. Of course, you must swap within your own rink and need to do at the start of the end.
It's an interesting dynamic, isn't it? It could probably change the whole game with a swap of players like that. If the skip's not quite converting, you can swap them around and give the third a crack. You'd have to have a very good understanding with the skip and the third, with the swapping them positions. It's for the better of the team. It's not about you, it's about the team. So don't get upset if you're getting swapped around. Or remember, it's all about the club and the team.
No, absolutely. As we see one shot there to Belrose here in end number 5. No, you're right though, Clay. And as we said last night, really enjoy seeing anything brought into the game that gets a higher level of tactical involvement and discussion amongst the team. And of course, they don't have to be used at all. If your rink is sailing along fine and you don't want to make a change, of course you don't have to. You can play the full 21 ends in the starting order.
Yeah, I'll never forget something that the late and great 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗡 told me. He got me to change my hand when I was playing really well. And I said, why? I'm playing good. And he said, because the team's down 10-2 and it's not about you, it's about the team. And just changing a hand in a game can change the pattern of the game. And when you get very experienced, you'll realise that just changing a hand can just turn the game around for no reason at all.
Yeah, you're right. It's usually the first thing you might do if you're struggling a little amongst your rink is probably a change of length when you get the mat. If you're not fortunate to get the mat, or you've tried that and it's still not working, then it's probably a good opportunity for the lead to have a look on the other side of the rink. And as you mentioned, even if they don't play as well, play their bowls, just finish in slightly different positions, different angles.
Exactly.
And it might make things a little trickier for the opposition.
The thing is, if you are leading and they've changed your hand, don't get upset. Don't get upset because your hand's been changed and you're playing well. Just realise that the skip's doing it to try and make your team win. And that's what it's all about.
Mick Rawlings, what a terrific draw shot. Gets to the jack and drops in.
Good bowls for the leads there. Very good bowling. They're having a good tussle, these pair.
Good opportunity here for Adam. One down. Their own bowl just short of the shot bowl. Looks on a pretty good angle. A couple of rolls out of that. You see it there. Could still trail the jack or make contact with his own. Just missed the weight. First attempt.
Both the seconds there, both just underdone by a couple of feet. Where seconds really should be trying to get up that little bit of extra weight, get behind the head. You've got to keep thinking all the time at second that you've got to get sort of behind or. It's a lot better bowl. Here comes Adam on his forehand again. He just wants to add just a foot of weight. Would be lovely. He probably had the weight, just a fraction tight. Good effort. Here comes Rawlo on his backhand. You see Rawlo's using a stick to lean on. He had an accident in the garage there a few years ago, playing indoor cricket with the Belrose boys, and broke his ankle pretty severely, and he now plays with a stick to lean on and uses it very, very well.
Yeah, you got a nice bowl in the area there with his first, so still that same concept for Engadine. Just overweight, trying to make some contact.
Jordan put himself in a good position there. Here's Rawlo with his same bowl, forehand again. Looks to be in the area again.
Just trying to get down on top of the jack here.
Oh, wow.
Wow, gets that small touch. Terrific bowl from Steve Rawlings.
Good to see the old blokes doing so well.
Just dropped over though at the end and is still given access to the jack for the Engadine players. You'll see here from behind the head that jack well and truly available. Probably short of pace, really. I think he had a nice line. Could have reached through with any weight there.
Yeah, I don't think Jordan would be happy with that one. That breeze has got up too. You can feel it. It's got a bit stronger now. You can feel it on the side of your face here, on the side of the rink. So that wouldn't have helped it.
Just a reminder, viewers, you're tuned into Bowls New South Wales' live and exclusive coverage of the TAB Platinum Pennant Magic Round from the wonderful Soldiers Point Bowling Club here in the Port Stephens area of New South Wales. We have all 12 sides here in action today and 2 feature games to bring you. We'll be back at 4 p.m. with Maryland's up against Warilla. My name's Lee Stinson. I'm thrilled to be joined in commentary by New South Wales State selector Clay Parker, and it's been extremely tight so far, Clay, between the teams. You're only 6 shots over the first 5 ends.
Yeah, 10 all in this particular game, which is, you can't get much closer than being a draw. But yeah, I think something will happen at halfway. One of the teams I think is going to open up.
This one under with good weight. A bit of love in the comments for you, Clay. Peter Thornton saying it must have cost us a bit of money to get you in to the commentary box this morning.
No, it's all free, mate. It's all for love. All for the love. Love of the game of bowls.
Yeah.
Any opportunity to spend some time with Lee Stinson's magic.
Thanks, mate. You read that out perfectly off the notes I gave you.
Yeah, thanks for the cue card, mate.
Well, Sean Ingham finds the gap. barely a gap to be found there. Had a lot of angles to work with. One of those frustrating ones with his next one, Clay. Basically, has to just try and play the same bowl. Hope you don't find that gap. Almost impossible to correct there.
What I always got told, Lee, is to just correct your weight or correct your line. Don't try and correct both. Just change one.
So, Matt, no real option here but to get down towards the back of the rink. Once again, a little vulnerable there if Sean Ingham does move that jack.
It's funny, do you cover there or try and take the shot away? You know?
I think he was at the position, even if he drew that sort of front toucher, he was going to still have the spring back now. He's not going to get this gap again, Clay, is he?
No, he's got the rub off the bowl.
Little touch off the bowl and drops away. Once again, he's reduced the count with his last bowl, and it's Belrose to get another one. Their fourth consecutive one-shot result.
Yeah, there's been nothing in this game, has there? But just Belrose just keep getting one. You keep getting ones on a regular basis, they add up in the end.
Yeah, extremely close at the moment. Just getting some scores updated on our board, but you can see live there, 17 ends on the master board there on screen, only 21 shots scored. Incredibly low scoring.
Yeah, a bit different to the start of the games last night with the 𝗟𝗓𝗡 game. Multiples everywhere.
Yeah, my word, it was interesting viewing, that's for sure. Just a reminder, of course, if you didn't catch any of last night's results, you can visit the results portal on Bowls Link at any stage, or go to the Bowls New South Wales website and look up for the TAB Platinum Pennant. Our team have created a fantastic Platinum Pennant hub containing all the draws, the ladders, plenty of photography, videography. All the replays will be loaded onto that site, so check out the TAB Platinum Pennant hub on the Bowls New South Wales website. But it was our defending champions who sit atop the table after round one. Maryland's Magic had a 71 shot to 43 win over the Engadine Cougars last night. A home game for Maryland, so I think Engadine would have gone into that knowing it was going to be an extremely tough away trip, and there'll be plenty of other teams that go down to Marylands throughout the competition. So not a horrible result for Engadine in round one, and obviously they're well and truly in this game about a third of the way through here.
Well, Maryland's pretty well full of a lot of star-studded Australian players, aren't they? They've got some depth and talent there.
Well, they've got a great squad of local players, and then their two marquee additions, Nathan Rice and Aaron Sheriff. Two of the best in the country, that's for sure, to go alongside that wonderful talent they have there at the Magic. And of course we will see them later on in the 4 p.m. session. It will be Nathan Rice on screen against Warilla's Corey Wedlock. So two fantastic skips there. See Adam Charlton
Hopper. Well done,
right
Adam.
behind the jack. Only a few centimetres behind. Luke O'Grady, great first up bowl himself. Ever so slightly short of jack high. What's he got here? Well, draws it off. Sensational bowling here. It's a time for the seconds to shine.
What a cracking shot from Luke. I think he's the only player out there who's got a set of optimers too. He's on his own.
Look at that terrific replay from the team.
Adam doesn't seem very happy with that one. He dropped his head when he let it go. Normally a pretty good indication from a player's body language. Here comes Steve Rawlo again. backhand, just trying to draw a shot, I think.
Gets to a good position there, just past.
Jordan Thompson on his forehand here.
Well, down here on the head, just that confident draw weight. Just outside the line.
See, that breeze has nearly stopped now, Lee. It's just about nothing, and now the bowls aren't whipping across. They're staying out a bit wide. So the breeze does have a big effect on how much the bowls turn.
Just pulled up there a little bit. Rawlings there with his second. So for Jordan.
Jordan should make his correction on his last one. Just pull that line in a fraction, keep the same weight, and he should have a good bowl. He's played the exact bowl, believe it or not. Exactly.
Country boy, of course, Jordan. Started his bowling career out in the Central West at 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 Bowling Club.
Out there with Mobsy.
Out there with Johnny Mobbs, of course. Still going strong as John, and Jordan's brother Lachlan across on one of our other rinks here this morning. And another younger brother, Flynn, has taken out the men's singles title there at 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 at just 14 years of age. So we have another Thompson coming through the ranks soon enough.
Very, very talented lawn bowls family.
Well, Matt, just getting away with that there a little. Didn't want any movement of the jack, and luckily for him, it just faded in underneath. Didn't want to spring that jack out. Just trying to get around the jack to the red bowl and caught his own shot bowl. Hasn't given it away.
See, Belrose have just jumped out to a 4-shot lead all of a sudden now. So, see if Engadine can kick back and keep it tight.
So for Ingham here, there's a chance to work off some bowls on the wing. Well, didn't want that side of it, unfortunately.
Once again, no breeze there has got the bowl to drift out, not turn much.
Yeah, well, if you remember, he played that attempted trail with a similar weight to that in this same direction 2 ends ago, and was asking for the turn, and it really turned on him with that when that breeze was up.
Yeah, that's right.
He said some 15 minutes later, we've lost that breeze altogether.
Now they're holding out. The corner flags aren't doing much. They're all sitting pretty still, so it's very hard to get a gist on what the breeze is doing.
That's just outside that perfect line as well.
They're all drifting wide, the whole lot of them, with that no breeze. It's crazy. This goes to show how much a little bit of breeze can affect your bowl on a carpet green.
You and I, Clay, we're out towards the edge of the dome structure here. I wonder if the players are able to pick up on that breeze change sort of more central underneath. Yeah. You see him change hands with his second. After tipping that bowl. What's he got here? Down to the jack. He rocks back again. Has he held on to it? What a terrific shot there from Sean Ingham. You see on the replay there on screen how delicate he had to be. Gets the jack onto the back bowl and drops down onto the jack again.
That's special.
But retains the shot. Here it is again.
Excellent
Jack
bowl.
Movement there onto the back bowl, drops down. I think he was worried that he tipped the jack back to 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏's bowl at the front. It still remained with Engadine, and they've broken that run of singles from the Bulls with their own single shot score.
Yeah, four ends not scored for Engadine, but only given away one each time. But as we say, that's just broken the drought. I've been expecting this, Lee. I've been expecting one of the teams to go 2-2. They've both been trying Matt back and short or Matt up and short. I've been waiting for someone to have a bit of a try at 2-2 or a long end, and the Cougars are going to have a crack at it. So see how they go. Normally expect the first bowl to be short when you're playing really short ends. You just don't get used to that 2-2. So I expect a couple of short bowls here early in the piece, and then they should be on it when they get used to the pace at this length. It's funny how both leads are both happy to play the ditch side and the opposite side, isn't it? Normally you see one of them come down.
Mick Rawlings negotiated this change of length very well with his opening bowl.
Yeah, you should find Dylan here adding his little bit of weight, make a good correction on his last bowl. Just unfortunately over-corrected, which happens a lot. You're thinking to yourself, Jimmy, first one short, I've got to reach with the next one. And that's what happens. Make sure you reach a bit too much.
Well, that's it. And what you'd say there is, at least you've missed on the right side of things there with the second one, Clay. There'd be nothing worse than putting the second one right alongside his first. So at least he has tried to make that correction and get past.
Yeah, you don't want two short bowls when you're leading up. At least you made a correction. That's the positive thing.
Had a comment come through saying that it'd be great in the open pennant competitions, including Platinum, for there to be at least one female player in all the different sides. And I can let you know, Kerry, the current position at the moment is that we're not having any quota system across the players. We're letting clubs select players in the positions that they see fit across all the grades. Of course, we are starting to get a slower uptake in integration for women playing open pennant in New South Wales, but currently still sitting in and around the 15% mark at the moment. So looking to build that up in future seasons. Just making sure that clubs have that ability to select both male and female players in the grades that they deem best appropriate for the individual player.
Yeah, so it's just totally up to the clubs and their selectors.
Right, great point though, and of course last night 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗓 with 3 female players on show with Karen Murphy, Jessie Cattell and Jamie Lee Warsnop. As we've seen Ellen Fife in previous seasons. A great mix of bowling talent of course at 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗓. Some star male, star female players, and of course James Reynolds, one of, if not the best, para player in Australia.
What a legend he is, young James. Jimmy, they call him. He was up at East Maitland coaching one of the players in the blind bowlers the other day. I run into Jimmy up there at East Maitland. Up there doing a bit of his coaching with his job.
Nice close bowl there from Jordan. The Engadine guys were getting themselves in a little bit of strife here on this end.
The Belrose lead. Young Mick, he was the first to jump on it. And they're going to build from that, hopefully. It's funny when you get a major change in a length, Lee, that might take the players 1 or 2 ends to get used to that length.
Well, it just reinforces the point too, Clay. If you are struggling, it's a great opportunity to try a new length, get yourself back in the game. If you're the one that plays the bowl like Mick Rawlings did and gets in there nice and early, really put the pressure on your opponents.
Especially if you can nail it at 2-2, it makes a massive difference when you're playing on ends. It's a little bit tougher at times.
Steve Rawlings, well, he's found that gap.
Counts.
I'm just waiting to the count there with really good speed.
Father and son holding first and second shot there.
Third of the way through the game on the opposite end of the green. And it's Wenty Leagues 33, Raymond Terrace 22. As you indicated before, Clay, some really big scores over there. A bit different to what we're seeing here. They've had 55 shots scored in their opening third. We're at about the same length of ends here, and we're half that amount of shots. Sean Ingham sits the shot bowl.
Great bowl, Sean.
That's two absolute pearlers in a row. Converting those heads in back-to-back ends.
What a cracking bowl that is, eh?
Look at that slow-mo replay with the bowl just hanging on the jack and then dropping down.
Beautiful.
See it here from the other angle.
Only the one down. See what Matty Lucas can do with this one. He's going big.
He's going to try and find the edge of that shot bowl without the jack. Catches some things at the front. The Steve Rawlings bowl has remained in there at second shot, just to the right of the jack. So just the one for Engadine at the moment. That shot bowl's still available. Sean Ingham, great conversion with his first. Gets back to the draw.
Well clean.
She's a bit short. So Matt just checking what happens if he gets the bowl clean. The positive response from the other end was you'll make two if you can get it out without moving the jack. So he fires again on his forehand. Well, he's well tighter than his first. Any cannons at the front. Ooh. Plenty of things on the move. And just one for Engadine. So 6-3. Now after 8 ends played. Trying to get even further. That jack, about halfway down the centre line last end, and Sean really encouraging Dylan here to try and push the jack all the way down to the tee.
Yeah, very good roll. Only about 2 foot short of the tee. That's acceptable.
Got a nice clap from his skip. You spoke about someone like Lee Schreiner earlier, Clay, who likes that long tee to tee length, and of course Aaron Sheriff, another one in that similar vein. And Sean Ingham, great bowl from Dylan. Yeah, Sean played plenty of bowls with Aaron Sheriff in Queensland over the past few years since Aaron's moved up to join guys at Broadbeach. Great to see one of your fellow selectors tuning in as well. Clay, Pam Hawkins. Good to see you on the coverage this morning, Pam. Hope things are coming across okay. Of course, a member herself at Engadine, so be keen to watch how her side performs.
Yeah, Pammy loves her Engadine club. Very, very supportive player. Very well accredited umpire too. If you ever want to ask anything about the rules, ring Pam. I actually rang her yesterday about a question I was asked, and she answered it perfectly for me. A very good response there from young Mick. He hasn't got the shot, but he's got a very, very close second right behind the jack, which is great. See what Adam can do here. Adam with his Premier 4s. The only set of Premiers out there today too. That's a great shot for a second, right behind them. 2 foot behind the jack.
It was a nice bowl, the Greenmaster Premier, weren't they?
Yeah, they were very good. There's a special number too they all liked. I can't remember what it was. It was a special year that they got a lot more money for that particular bowl for some reason.
Yeah, well played, mate. That's
Like
good.
Premier 16 or something like that, or whatever it was. Everyone seemed to like them.
Luke O'Grady just past the jack. Adam was just worried out of his hand. He was a little bit quicker on this one, but it doesn't seem too bad. Well, he knew he was just that half a metre past where he wanted to be.
If you had your second, put 2 bowls a foot and a half to 2 foot behind the jack every end, you'd be pretty happy with it.
Especially when your lead's right on top of it.
Exactly.
Luke O'Grady, the guy's very interested in this.
Great shot.
Turns the bowl onto the jack. Still 1 to the Cougars, but he's made it much more accessible. As we said, set it up for the people coming behind you.
That bowl held its line nicely down there.
Yeah, confirmed in the chat, Clay, you were right, the Series 16 Premiers. What a tag name in the comments there. 4 down, 1 up. What a bowl's name that is to put in.
4 down, 1 up. I like that.
I'm usually the opposite. When I play skip, I usually 1 up to 4 down.
Good speed. Good there, mate. Blue loops. If you lose it, you lose it.
The breeze is getting up now. It's blowing everything off the table here, so it's going to affect the bowls as well. So, see what Rawlo's going to do here.
He was called to be nice and firm through Luke O'Grady's dual-coloured white bowl there at the front. And the confidence was given. Told if he lost his bowl, it was okay.
Once again, that breeze has got up and the bowls have gone under. It is playing havoc with their line. It's only a slight breeze, but it definitely, it's blowing. It pushes them under, and if it's not,
Very good.
great effort. Awesome, mate.
I think he asked to play a bit firmer here with his second one, Rawlings.
Play it, mate. Play it down there. Play your weight.
There's some noise over there on the far rink with the terrace and Wenny League. Wenny League's players they're all cheering a lot.
A nice little vantage point straight out from the clubs. That's where a lot of the locals have gravitated to for the first session here this morning.
A lot more solid there, Rawlo. He's got a fraction wide, but he played a lot more weight than his first.
3 greens here at Soldiers Point. It's this one undercover. They also have an outdoor synthetic and an outdoor grass surface as well. And there's plenty of games going on of local Greater Newcastle region pennant competition this morning, with the home team Soldiers in action in the Platinum competition at 4 p.m. I think the club here have tried to get a lot of their own bowlers through ahead of that, Clay, so they'll be here to cheer on the hometown crowd in the second session here at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, isn't it great that for a club to have a grass green, a synthetic green and a carpet green? Like any surface that you go and play in pennants when you're away, you can practice on that surface during the week. It's a massive advantage for your pennant players to have the 3 different greens that most clubs use.
They're looking at some options here in the future to get another one of their greens undercover. Bowls manager Mark Watt telling me earlier today, Clay, they get in and around 100 just either side of that on multiple days per week for social bowls.
It's crazy.
So any wet weather they have to significantly reduce those numbers. So they want to avoid that as Matt Lucas, forehand weight, edge off the front.
Got a result.
Well, the jack pushes all the way through to the ditch. The intended outcome, but not the intended way to get it there. Flick off the Engadine bowl at the front of the green. Gets that cannon through Luke O'Grady's Belrose bowl to the back, and all of a sudden a nice little count for Belrose has developed.
It was a nice result, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's part way what he was hoping to do, but certainly not via the edge off the front. So Sean Ingham a few down. It's a draw to the ditch on his forehand. They're urging it forward. How much more run has it got? Really wants to beat these front bowls.
Oh, unlucky.
He catches it and drops back. So that result for Matt Lucas is going to get us one of our few multiples in the game so far. He's got about 1.5 metres here to count with the jack in the ditch. Looks to be holding 3 already. They're urging this one on.
Going to count. Just going to sneak in, I think.
And wait for confirmation from our players. And it is 4 to the Belrose Bulls. They're the first one to hit double figures on this rink. 10 shots to 3. Their advantage. A little bit of luck with that positive intent. Really turn things around.
Come on, ball.
Lovely doggy.
Plenty of other things happening with Bowls New South Wales events. For those of you watching from inside New South Wales, the Champion of Club Champions men's and women's singles competitions. Draws recently released. They're all available there for your viewing, as you would all have received an email for those competitors taking part with links to the draws in your section and venues for that event. State Junior Championships not far from those draws being out. That'll be done early next week. Entry's already closed, and the team at the office just getting all of those rink allocations finalised there. Men's and women's state pennant finals draws are now online as well. The only exception there being the men's Division 1 competition, where we're still just waiting on confirmation of how many regions will have a winner in the men's Division 1 competition. And last but not least, our women's state carnival. Entries close at midnight Tuesday. We still have a few days to enter that event. We already have over 310 teams of ladies fours in action, so well over 1,200 bowlers taking to the greens of the Manning Great Lakes region, and what's always a great festival of bowls there. Limited spots remaining, so please, ladies, if you are wanting to enter that event, jump onto Bowls Link and complete your entry. If you're unsure how to do that, there's some information guides on our website, or you can make contact with the Bowls New South Wales office when it reopens on Monday.
A little bit of a loose end from the boys. They've gone from T to T back to another mat back pretty short end. And, no one's really nailed it. Here comes 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏𝗡. He's fraction short, but may count. Luke O'Grady, the same hand, same sort of draw shot. Getting a little bit cluttered up there on both hands, so Adam's going to try and draw up under the bowls and count on the narrow side. under the head.
He's got his own to work forward as well. If he misses the bowl of 𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗡𝗗, he catches a piece of it.
You don't always have to draw to the jack to get the shot. You've just got to draw to beat bowls, whether it be wide or under the head.
No, you're spot on, Clay. It's not about necessarily being close, it's about being closer.
That's exactly right. Beat your opponent.
Yeah, 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏.
Steve again.
Once again, doesn't need much of an invitation. Played some key bowls here this morning.
Nice to see all these old blokes playing well still.
Well, of course, we alluded to it in the opener, Clay, but you're our current New South Wales men's state senior fours winning side, part of that Rink that won at Ballina last season.
Yeah, I still don't believe it. I thought we'd be lucky to win one of our preliminary regional games. Never mind go all the way. But just what a funny game bowls is.
Lucky one there for Jordan. Just didn't need that touch. Just took him offline slightly. So Belrose holding one.
Just try and draw to the two beyond the jack, yeah.
These are what the backhand guys are so good at. They're navigating their bowls under the heads and round bowls. They've got a bit of traffic in the way there, but he'll be looking to bowl under the head and get to his last bowl he just had.
Yeah, he played it well. Those two dual-coloured turquoise yellow bowls behind, both belonging in Engadine. Well, I like the call from Matt. He recognised there was danger, but gave his third full confidence to run towards the danger, play that shot. Now for Jordan, does he get that jack? Yeah, gets a piece of it. Gets it in favour of Engadine. That movement.
Possibly two down to 2 up there. I did hear the skip say if they trail it back that we're going to be 2 down. So
yeah, you see all those bowls there on the replay. They all Engadine bowls.
Could be 3. Important bowl here for Matt. He just got a multiple and the chance of dropping a multiple here, so this is a big bowl. Oh dear, yep. A little rub, it helped, but anyway, it's a shot.
Second in a row that the luck's gone in favour of the Bulls.
You need that little bird on your shoulder sometimes, Lee.
Looked like he was going to get second, yeah, of course you do. I thought he was going to make second shot out of it, but it's worked its way perfectly in for shot.
This is very vulnerable, this bowl, but
he's got that big gap at the front to go through, doesn't he, here, Sean Ingham?
Yeah, drive a truck through there.
Well, gets a double hit on the jack and gets that back to the bowl of Belrose. That's Michael Rawlings.
Oh dear.
At the back of the rink.
Unlucky.
He's given himself some room though. He does have another bowl to go.
Is that a big count there at the moment?
Well, I think Sean Ingham's bowl would still cut out plenty of those front ones, so plenty of room. Might be 1 or 2 though for the Bulls at the moment, but one decent shot and plenty of room between the rest. So that's the guide bowl for Ingham to try and beat with his last.
Big bowl here, this one, in the context of the game.
I think the breeze has just blown up into him as well.
Certainly has.
Well, he's not past the front, so we're going to find out what that count is, Clay.
He didn't have the weight either. Underdone.
2.
Just the 2.
2 it is to Belrose as we approach the halfway point of the game. Narrow advantage. Still well and truly up for grabs.
So Lucas 12-3 on Ingham. Walker Davis 7. Murray 12. And Shillington 7-6 over Rudiger.
You got one Rink in either direction, Clay, just with a small little margin there. And one really tight there between Winnie Shillington and Rudiger. So we're just calling upon our head security officer, William Johnson, to ask the older generation of Rawlings if he can just move ever so slightly away from the centre of the rink when the bowls are coming in, just to help with the viewers. So thanks to those of you pointing that out. We are sending the word out now. So hopefully you get that clean, uninterrupted shot.
Yeah, the players get wrapped up in the game and don't think about the cameras and the viewers. You get really, really focused on what you're doing. But you've still got to try and get in the back of your mind that give the viewers a good look at the head.
Yeah, you can't blame the players for wanting to get involved. And I think even sometimes, Clay, the players think they are far enough away, but just catching, that shoulder blade or someone just completely blocks the view of the bowl.
Especially when you're my size, you catch more than a shoulder blade.
Great shot there from Dylan. Well, we have had to reinforce the commentary box here today to get you and I both in.
Yeah.
Extra steel brought in.
We'd need the wide angle lens too, Lee.
Yeah, luckily no commentary cam for the two of us, mate.
Well, you did a good job with the intros and the interviews, mate. You did a good job. Very photogenic.
Great effort there from Luke, and I just think it's a great addition we can add to the broadcast to get that player perspective right before they're about to go out onto the rink. And we do pre-record those half an hour or so before we come on camera, so the players are going through their practice, and we try and just leave them alone as best we can following that, apart from a little security tap that Steve Rawlings just got. Let them go through the remainder of their practice, and we appreciate the players giving up their time, and we'll bring you those pre-match interviews every single match of the TAB Platinum Pennant season here on the Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel.
Looks like Engadine's got a couple there. They're trying. Adam's trying to add another one. He gets that one there. It's going to be...
just changes those angles around a little bit. Holding a few there, Engadine. The Belrose front end just missed out. Every time they have so far, though, Clay, this man on screen has
steady,
delivered a perfect bowl every time he's needed to.
What he's trying to do here, he's trying to take the shot away. He's trying to trail a jack around the corner rather than go for cover and try and get behind to cover that. It's an easy shot for the opposition. So the skip's called Rawlo. Trail a jack in behind the head and take the shot away. Sometimes that's the best way to go rather than try and cover and give the opposition an easy shot.
So a couple there, by the looks of it, from Engadine. Well, one anyway. Steve Rawlings' bowl. Close for second. We'll see Jordan the other side of the rink to Steve. Small touch of the jack, the ideal result for Engadine. This one's going to make it all the way. Just muddies the waters a little bit further at the front.
It does.
Although still with a chance to get his own bowl up and over. Engadine bowl onto the Belrose. Might have secured enough movement to get second shot. Jordan just out of the camp. Another one building up in the head. They've got 5 of the 6 closest bowls at the moment to Engadine. Tough to get to that single bowl at the moment.
Belrose have to be, they can't play too much weight. If they get their own bowl out of the head, they're in all sorts of strife. They need to get another close bowl in the head. Have at least, another second or third in there, hopefully.
Oh, he's got another edge.
Oh dear.
Well,
It's all happening.
I think he's fallen away for a second shot. You have those days, Clay, when it's running your way, don't you?
Yep. Some days are diamonds, some days are stones. We say with the bowling arms, I use a bowling arm, sometimes we say some days are like holding a brown snake and some days a magic wand.
No indication from the players, but it did appear still to be Engadine holding.
I notice the players at this level, when somebody plays a lucky shot, no one says a word. You know, it's not a good idea if you're playing in the lower grades or social bowls. Don't cheer bad bowls. It's not really accepted.
Yeah, not a rule of the game, but just a pleasantry and an etiquette side of the game.
Yeah. The least said, the better sometimes. Get a lucky shot.
Just having a look at that cannon there at the front to promote Matt Lucas is through the jack. Just need to be careful if it does make contact with the jack that it gets all of it. When we see it again from the back angle there, so Lucas has made his mind up. Good healthy discussion between the 4 players.
Stay in the forehand.
And try and find the gap at the front direct to the shot bowl.
Another big cheer from Winnie Leagues down there. Against the terrace.
So Sean just going for a very delicate draw here. Try and get that update for you in a moment on the other game.
The board from here is 43 Winnie Leagues, 32 the terrace, I think, on 33 ends. Looks a bit narrow here, Nugget. And a wee bit light on. Engadine.
So Engadine score again. 12 shots to 4. Now it just seems a real battle for Engadine here in this game. Every time they do hold a couple, the results go against them. They just need to try themselves to play one more good bowl and end, they could each up that effective rate. Go a long way to getting this Rink score a lot closer. As we mentioned earlier, 7 points for that master board. Single point each for the 3 Rinks, so 10 points on offer.
Yeah, so young Dylan lost his jack there, trying to go 2-2. So obviously Belrose will have Matt back, and short end, it's like they've been playing all game. It's where the momentum seemed to be with this side.
Huge variation of length gone by the opposition here. Matt in a similar spot, gone almost extreme minimum length.
Yeah, Mick looks pretty well down here. Pretty good starter. Very good ball. Dylan just trying to take a yard off his last and draw the shot. Very good effort. She has done. Young blokes have a lot of black marks on their bowls, don't they? They like having a driving practice, I think.
Yeah, either they've hit the bank a lot of times or they've played against a lot of people with black bowls and hit them.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll black shoe polish.
Might have been too. They must have the old pit building, the black pit building around the outside of the green down there at Engadine.
Your must be number one fan is joining the coverage, Loretta Marchese.
Oh, I used to coach Loretta years ago, yeah. At Walls End, I played mixed pairs with Loretta a long time ago. Then coached her a fair bit. So
she's the best bowler. Right, so
yeah,
nice wrap from Loretta. And
thank you, Loretta. Long time no see.
Please let us know, viewers, where you're watching on from. Whether it's in New South Wales, interstate, or around the world.
Yeah, Loretta played at Charlestown in the day after she left Walls End. I think she might be in Sydney somewhere now. Was a rep player. Very good bowler.
Just don't forget to like and subscribe to the Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel. Get notified on all upcoming fixtures. If you are new to our coverage today, just a reminder, this is the first of 2 games we're bringing you here from TAB Platinum Pennant Magic Round. Live and exclusive at 4 p.m. with the grand final rematch, the Marylands Magic taking on the Warilla Gorillas. So 2 super games on your screens today. So sit back, relax, get the beverage of your choice. In for a fantastic afternoon and evening here with us on Bowls New South Wales coverage. My name's Lee Stinson, Clay Parker alongside me. And the 33 and mark 34 ends going on now. There very little separating these 2 sides.
Yeah, I thought this would be a pretty close match, Lee. Go down to the wire. They look like they're evenly matched, don't they?
Yeah, certainly do. Yeah, Jordan with another great bowl. I think we'll see firm contact of weight. A couple of metres of weight asked for. We see the view from behind. Just trying to get the left-hand side of that last bowl played by Jordan Thompson to flick across and get the other Engadine shot.
He's close.
Gets some movement onto the jack. Turns it into 3. Well, it's that really good weight control to get to the jack. That favourable position.
Like we said earlier in the game, this is the sort of green you can play that little minimum weight on. And just the perfect pace for that sort of shot.
We've got one, mate, have we? I can be positive on to where my bowl finished and knock that one a mix over or not.
Still 3 to Belrose.
All those talking about being positive, but you won't want to be too positive if you hold
No,
3.
and Matt's just come back and
Roped him in.
just sort of said either just the perfect draw to the top of the jack or cover behind if you're not confident doing that.
You don't want to be slightly heavy and slightly narrow when you're holding multiples. Always draw wide.
So he's trying to play this perfect draw just over weight, but does finish in behind.
That's a great home there, Lee. Great home.
Stuart Rigg, good afternoon, Stuart. You said you were a good bowler with or without the stick, Clay.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It's been a long time now. I've had a stick for 14 years now, so I can't remember back that far. I played against Stuart. He played for the Hills, I think. I played Premier League against him back in the day.
Certainly did
He used
play
to
at the Hills.
skip the Hills.
Yeah, he was part of the New South Wales Premier League winning side there, early 2000s.
He's just been selected to trial at 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗘 too. He played very well up at 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗑.
Found the gap there again. Nothing going the way of Ingham. Yeah, Stuart's spent a few years at 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗘 recently and has now moved down to play for Maringala.
He's an over 60 now.
He had a big campaign at the recent Inter-Region Championships, playing in both the senior and the all-age event.
I don't know how he done that. That's massive.
So with that positive intent shown by Ingham with his first.
Squid.
Belrose guys just looking to get onto or past. Near Jack High there, that's going to be far away. So another big shot here, Clay.
He's due for a bit of luck, Nugget. He
Yeah,
hasn't had much
absolutely. It's at least 3 here to the Bulls.
at all. He's due for a bit of luck.
There's Sean Ingham onto the jack. How much movement do you get? Well, he's chipped at only a fraction. Hands to the face in despair.
He's got that little bird on his shoulder today.
Yeah,
Not
when
a
it's-
nice bird.
When it's not going your way, it can get frustrating out there on the middle, but only halfway through. Maybe they're running down breeze in the second half.
Just got to hold your patience and say to yourself, it can't keep going that way. It's got to turn around eventually.
So Belrose still look to hold a couple of shots there after that movement. Matt Lucas trying to add another. Does he lock in on these bowls?
Yeah, that's a good bowl.
Maybe 1 in and 1 out. Well, it looks like 3.
Wow.
3 shots to the Bulls. And that just shows how things can go. That one of Sean Ingham's incredibly unlucky with both of his attempts not to get anything. And Matt there just trying to draw a shot. Probably a yard heavier than what he was aiming to, but locked it on one of the back bowls to make another counter. So it just sort of shows how things go. Very good afternoon, 𝗟𝗓𝗘𝗃, watching from a cruise.
Wow.
Not sure where you're cruising to, Kerry, but what a great concept, having people bring you food and drinks and watching the bowls on the side as well on the lounge chair up on the top deck.
Living the dream. It's one thing I've never done, Lee. I've been on a cruise. Never. But sounds good.
Absolutely, and of course, if you are looking for some travel options, the Bowls New South Wales team have arranged a deal with Wendy Wu, the travel providers, so jump on to their page and the Bowls New South Wales site as well. There's some information there about some upcoming travel tours you can take part in there. Mickey Bedford watching on from the Philippines. We are going international.
Yeah, Mickey Bedford,
today.
he played for Berong back in the Premier League days, didn't he?
Yeah, very good player.
Yep.
Mickey in the day. Spent a bit of time just either side of the mountains there, and that lower side of the Nepean and the edge of Sydney and at Wenty as well.
Used to play really well in the early days of Premier League, Mick.
Yeah.
Talking about people named Mick, young Mick Rawlings is having a pretty good game at Lee, isn't he? Been very consistent.
He is, yeah. Promoted up into the squad this year, so would have made his debut in Platinum last night.
Well, final of the singles and winning the major pairs, he deserves a spot, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And with someone like Billy Johnson taking a bit of a back seat this year with his own bowls, a couple of spots have opened up. Someone like Mick's grabbed that opportunity when it's come up. There was going to be someone from the club get that chance, and as you say, Clay, with those results, he left the selectors with not much option but to give him an opportunity.
As the selectors normally say, let your bowls do the talking. Results are what get you through. Get the results, and you've got a chance of getting in some sides that you're trying to make. How old would young Mick be, Lee? Any ideas?
Yeah, no, Mick's 29.
Is he really?
He is, yeah.
Boy, he doesn't look it.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, his father just made it to 60 this past few months. So.
I suppose you don't think about it. 29, yeah, my boy's 39, and I'm only a bit older than Rollo.
And young Mick started 10 or 12 years ago, but was a bit on and off and studied uni and had a little bit of time on, a little bit of time away. But having a real good crack at this bowls career over the last 18 months or so.
It's good to see. Probably set his goals and he's starting to achieve them. See Rollo on the mat, he looks just nice and straight, doesn't he? Everything looks in the zone and down the plane. He just looks like he's going to have the right sort of line all the time. And, yeah, second shot there.
That might be what I'm doing wrong, Clay. I'm not looking where I'm going.
We'll
Maybe I should open my eyes and look where I'm going. It might help.
We'll have to get the video on you later on in our break, mate, and I'll check you out.
Oh, you haven't got enough correction pen to try and fix me up, I don't think.
I'll do mates rates with you.
Actually enjoying being part of the coverage and watching all these top bowlers after playing in this event for the last couple of years. It's nice to be able to sit back and watch and get this opportunity to see all the different clubs taking part. The talent we got in New South Wales is absolutely phenomenal.
Incredible.
That sprinkling of interstate stars coming in, like especially our two skips here on screen, just makes this event what the spectacle that it is. Oh, from Steve Rawlings with his first, and he's right in that target area again. Wants to get right back towards centre now. Oh, he's done that.
What a ball.
And it's a fire one. He's asked for the 1 wood up the middle.
1 wood.
Put 1 wood out.
Brings back memories. 8 degree or 12 degree. Get the 8 degree out and just drill it low.
That's the plan here. Jordan Thompson nice and firm on his forehand. Wants that first gap. Well, gets the cannon, and just the way things are going again, the Belrose bowl, the one that cannoned through and barely moved anything else, and it retained in there.
Didn't it just replace the spot of the other bowl and not go anywhere?
Yeah, and probably made the angle slightly worse, if anything.
That's funny, you get a bit of bad luck in the game and sometimes it just doesn't change, does it? You just got to keep being patient and sort of putting up with it till things turn around.
Well, and absolutely. And especially in this 3 rink format. Of course, you see that masterboard there. Even though they're well behind on this rink, they're well and truly in the game masterboard-wise. And maybe 1 or 2 bowls that this rink plays for Engadine late in the piece that turns the scoreboard in their favour later on, even if they do go down here on our feature rink.
Well, Walker Davis is down there, 15-6 at the moment on their ring against Murray, but he was at least a dozen behind last night and got up and won by 2, so he had a massive second half and changed the game. Lucas 15, Ingham 4, Walker Davis 6, Murray 15, Shillington 9, Rudiger 7, so one game is real close. Well, Nugget will be looking for a little bit of change in luck here, I think. He's due for a bit. He's been in the area so many times and just really got nothing. It's a very, very frustrating way to play.
Like the indication was that they play a bit of weight. Yeah, here it is, swinging weight. Plays the swing, but under the line with the first.
And you can feel that breeze too, Lee, which it's incredible how much it makes a difference to the swing of the bowl.
Do you find more so on the synthetic surfaces where the bowl seems to sit on top of the surface rather than getting that sort of small penetration into the grass?
I think you're right. Yep, I do. I think the plastic and carpet greens move a lot more than what a grass green does when you get a bit of a breeze.
Oh no, Ingham 2 down. Is this the time where the luck changes? Forehand, swinging weight.
He looks like he's under again, is he?
Yeah, is there a result to come in his favour?
Not
to be.
Not the way things are going.
And we'll have it confirmed. It's two shots for Belrose. They extend their lead here on our streaming rink, 17-4.
It just doesn't seem that margin in the game, does it?
No, it's probably fair to say they have played a little bit better. Turning point came 4 or 5 ends ago, back in the direction they just played. A little bit of a lucky run off the front bowl from Matt Lucas on a conversion shot, put the jack into the ditch, drew another with his last, made a 4, and they've streamed away ever since.
Yeah, so Belrose just slipping away now by half a dozen over Engadine, so probably the biggest margin of the game, 6 shots. And this rink certainly having a major bearing on that lead. They've persisted with the mat back and short lengths, Belrose, and it seems to be working quite well for them at this stage.
Yeah, no reason to change at the minute.
It's not broken, don't try and fix it.
Might have been that time we spoke about earlier for the change of side for Dylan, just to mix things up a bit. Played good weight there with his first.
You know what, Lee, I agree. I'd be having a crack at that, just to change something up. Yeah.
It's just starting to get away a bit, isn't it? 17-4.
Even if you just swapped your lead in the second round just to try something different, you know, it may
course,
change.
Yeah, the new positional change option available for Platinum Pennant. So before the start of an end, you can make that switch. Saw Dylan, really good weight. He's hoping he's pushed this one up with his second. 2-time winner of a tournament that's dear to my heart, Clay, the Golden Eagle Pairs out at Orange City is Dylan. So he's won that in 24 and 25 with Lee Schreiner. And unfortunately, Dylan just recently changed jobs. Just got the greenkeeper's job at Bellambi Bowling Club in the northern part of Wollongong.
Oh, yeah, Bellambi, yep.
So couldn't make it out this year, but not to be outdone. Lee Schreiner went on and did the job again. This time with Brendan Stokes from Raymond Terrace.
As he does.
Terrific tournament, that one at Orange City. And I still say one of the best trophies in our sport. If you haven't seen the Golden Eagle Trophy, the pictures online, absolute cracker.
It's been going a long time, Lee, that Golden Eagle.
Yeah, it has, mate. They'd be up towards 60 years now.
That long.
For that event. Had some amazing winners over the years. like Rob Perella, been out there and won that event. Leif Selby. In recent time, star players like Corey Wedlock taking it out.
Wow.
And of course Lee over recent times. And runners up only recently, Carl Healy and Ben Twist. So plenty of big names been involved in that tournament over the years.
Only Australian players, that's it.
Yeah, that's right.
No one special. Belrose got the upper hand on this end again, courtesy of young Mick Rawlins dobbing a couple on it. Been very steady, and so is his dad. They've been standout players, both of them.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You've had a relative share of ends, but probably leaning Belrose favour at the front end, with Mick and Luke just getting the upper hand of their opposition. But as we pointed to before, the best ends that Steve Rawlings has played has been every time they've been down. If the Engadine guys have done the job early, Steve's come in and rectified things almost every time with his first bowl.
The conversion king. Yeah, when you can turn them heads around, it makes a massive difference when you're turning heads around at number 3 and number 4.
Jordan Thompson.
This is fair.
How far does he run?
One down.
Looks like Belrose are holding one there at the moment. The skip's call was to Rawlo. They got the one.
Just trying to draw a shot just wide of Jordan's bowl. He's got Luke's bowl just outside that one to work with.
He likes it. He's having a look. He's chasing it. He likes it. Oh, wow.
It does hold around.
Great effort.
Plenty in and around there to the Bulls. Quarter one here for Jordan. Can afford to play some more weight here. Got his own coming through. Well, he's in the area. Give it a full turn. Well, I think that's enough.
He's did it.
Yeah, plenty of applause from the skip. Yeah, 2 good bowls. Set it up with the first. Contact with the second. So a nice little crowd starting to build up around us, Clay. Some of their other teams start filtering in.
It's going to be massive this afternoon. With the 2 finalists from last year playing each other. It'll be a cracking game. Marilla and Marylands. Wow. Is this close?
Well, kicks the jack back. Well, that's going to be close.
It's 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏's bowl, isn't it?
Yeah, the red one along in Engadine, but the ones on either wing, both Belrose bowls.
Can he get to it?
Not quite sure who shot. It's hard to tell.
I think 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏's maroon or red bowl is. It's hard to tell from here. But I say the angles are a lot different on the screen.
And with his bowl, a couple options here for him coming forward.
He hasn't got the weight, I don't think.
Might mean that they are holding shot, as you say, the red one of 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗏. There's plenty of discussion amongst the Belrose guys about playing bowls forward or looking for the perfect edge to get to that red bowl.
Just pump one of the Belrose bowls onto the maroon bowl and remove it.
I think so. I see a couple of metres of weight here from Lucas.
For sure. Like this pace, 14 seconds, you can play all these shots.
That little chance up here on his forehand, and with his bowls, this is going to be close.
He likes it.
Got his own coming in, or an edge off the wide one. Oh, he gets it solid. Just wanted a matter of millimetres to the inside
Yep.
to get the run off. Back to the shot bowl.
It looks like, barring anything going wrong here, Engadine are going to score, I'd say. That maroon bowl of 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗏𝗡. See if Nugget can add to it.
Like that, Josh Carney came across from one of the nearby rinks, picked up the bowl for Sean. So, going to take backhand. See that gap at the front. He's trying to navigate his way through. Might be outside of that.
Good effort.
Doesn't want to roll that Belrose bowl
Ooh.
in any closer.
Oh dear.
Just waiting for confirmation from the players, and I think if our production team are watching on, we might be seeing a positional switch going to take place here, as it was Belrose who scored one. So they go out to 18-4, and I think I'm right in saying that the Engadine front two are going to change order here. Yep, and that is confirmed. We can hear in the background 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗏𝗡 are going to go to lead here for the remainder of this match. Dylan Essex to play in the two. So, like we were talking about a couple of ends ago, Clay, having that flexibility to do something a bit different. They haven't decided to change hands, but gone with this option to switch their playing order.
Just can't believe the luck that poor Nuggets having. Sean Ingham, to fall over and touch a bowl and roll it in, like, it's just dead set unlucky. It's just not happening.
Just as it got to the end, it looked like it was going to happen, didn't it? Just the way things have gone for him.
And the Belrose boys have played a massive bowl next door in the other rink. They're all up in the air cheering, so something's happened.
Excitement for Dale 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗎𝗓𝗏 over there.
Yep.
Of course, you can watch live scoring, end by end, rink by rink, for all games taking place. Under the Bowls Link results portal.
Mick said if you can swap around if you like, I'm just going to keep nailing the jack. And he's just put his second bowl in there, a good correction. About a foot behind.
Yeah, good shot there from Adam. Almost played a second shot there, didn't he, by just reaching up into the head.
He did. Well, it's worked so far there. He's got the shot.
Both sides getting a little bit muddied up front. Just asked to play with good weight.
The left-hander will fix it up here. He'll fix it up.
Just a change of mindset for these two front-end players. It can go either way, I guess, Clay, but at 18-4, it's probably worth exploring. They get the opportunity to play some slightly different shots to what they have been playing. For Adam, he can just get in that absolute draw rhythm. See Luke O'Grady, good second bowl here. It's going to be enough for a shot.
Yeah, Luke using he's using a size 4 Optima.
So asked to switch to his backhand side, left-hand side of your screen, being the left-hander. Own bowl coming forward.
It's going to hit something.
Gets a bit of the jack. Yeah, made enough. The back red one. Now the shot. So at the midway point of this end. Little switch has done it.
Changes. Looks like it's working so far, Lee, anyway.
You have to mark this point in the game down on your little notepad there, Clay. 18-4. Let's see how it ends up on this rink. We'll see if there's anything difference in the score. Steve Rawlings, once again, every time he's down, this man,
unbelievable,
plays the bowl. Turns their bowl forward, and as we alluded to early on, there's holes are plenty in the way. Jack been moved a couple of times now. Wait for Jordan to play his game. Just to give you an update, the other side of the green, it's tightening up over there. 41 ends played, so we're about 2/3 of the way through. 20 leagues in front, but the Jets are fighting back. It's 46-44 at the moment, so certainly anyone's game there, as it is in the game we're watching.
Yeah, the Jets are only up on the one rink, which is, I think it's Matty Bouser's rink, I think. They're up 19-8. The other two rinks are down. Rawlo slips one in behind there, one of the best backwards, so it won't go astray.
You're certainly right about that Matt Bouse rink. They've surged ahead over the last couple of ends with a 5 and a 2 to get themselves in front. Matthew Longswan, 20-11 in front of Jay by Norris. Pretty tight between Kane Nelson and Lee Schreiner, but it's Kane for the Magpies, 18-14 in front of Lee.
That's a great matchup too.
Plenty of noise, excitement around the greens. Atmosphere is building. If you're just joining us, we are at Soldiers Point Bowling Club. This is live and exclusive coverage of the Bowls New South Wales TAB Platinum Pennant Magic Round. As we see Matt Lucas for the Belrose Bulls get some jack movement. Well, maybe not in his favour for once there. The two red bowls of Adam Charlton for Engadine. Now in pole position.
And they're the lead bowls after they swap their leads in the second round too. So the tactic might be working at this stage. What did the teams do last night, Lee? Swap back end round or front end round?
The game that I was at, the only change that I saw was a 2 and a 3 swapping.
Yep.
So Karen Murphy started the game as 2 for Cabramatta and switched with Jack Lewis.
Okay.
In that spot. It did work on their rink. I think that was 17-9 behind at the time of the change, and they fought back to a 19-all draw.
Wow.
I heard of a lead and a third switching for the Gorillas.
That's
in
unusual.
One of their games last night. So Chris Roseanne started the game as third, and he swapped with lead Travis Moran partway through that game.
Right.
So it shows that the clubs are thinking of different options, what they may do.
That's not something you'd expect, a front end swapping with a back end, but anyway, did it have an effect?
Yeah, on a couple of fronts there, you're probably more likely to have consecutive positions swapped than a gap in between it. So Matt Lucas, couple down here. Well, he's played a similar bowl to his first, really. Found that inside gap. We've almost ran over the same path of his first. So we put the mock on Sean last time and said that he'd be unlucky to give it away.
And he did.
I think we're pretty safe this time, Clay. I don't
had
think he's going to give it away here. But
I'm not saying anything until he plays.
About 30 to 40 centimetres to add a third one into the count. Catches things at the front.
A good weight too.
So it is 2 shots to the Cougars. And I'm sure we're going to get that length change again.
He'll go T to T. The trouble is going this way last time. Young fella lost his jack, but we have a new lead for the side now with the swap going on.
How much has that been practiced in the early stages of the season?
It's not real
Tough
long.
with the first one. He's
3/4.
say about 5 metres, 4.5, 5 metres from the tee.
It's so important that Leeds practice their jack throwing during the week. It's so important. The whole team's relying on you to get the length they want to score on. So there's a fair bit of pressure on the lead to throw the right length. It's something you should be practicing a real lot.
The same with singles players too, Clay, isn't it? And, not everyone's leads, but everyone's a singles player. So it doesn't matter where you are in your Pennant rink. Think about it for when you jump into those singles fixtures that you play, whether that be rookies or your club minor or major, any other singles comp that you might be involved in.
Very true.
Somewhat psychological too, isn't it? If you're on a rhythm and your skip's calling a certain length and you throw it shorter or longer than desired, you can just have that little bit of anxiousness within the rink. So why aren't we playing the same length? We've won 3 or 4 ends in a row like that. And of course, no one trying to miss their jack length, but
I noticed earlier on when Engadine scored a 4 on a ditch-to-ditch, they went back to their short length again. Yeah, sometimes I'd think about just keeping that exact same length the next end. Yeah. You got 4. You got 4.
Give it back to the opposition.
We just got 4 there. Let's have a try it again.
Yeah, probably unless you've had a significant run of ends against you. If it's been sort of back and forth during the game, and your opposition goes that extreme length change on you, and you win it, might be worthwhile considering it.
I would.
Live stream comments are at it again, Clay. You've enlisted a large fan base this morning. Mark Unicum.
That's one of the guys I won the state fours with, Mark Unicum.
There you go.
He only had a bowling arm for 3 weeks, and we've done a fair bit of training to get him to that level, and that's his first ever big major victory. So
not a bad first major to win a state one as your first.
3 guys from the 6th grade are all state champions. So
that's the beauty of our sport, isn't it?
It's unreal.
All ages, all abilities, all genders, anyone can take part. Dylan Essex, terrific shot. 𝗟𝗓𝗘, does he get down in time?
He's working hard. I tap that in. Good effort.
For the first time in a long time, we've got all 8 bowls past the jack here from the front end players. So nice clean access for our thirds.
Open draw, as we say. That little switcheroo has seemed to be having a bit of an effect, hasn't it? As I say, it doesn't take much to change the pattern of a game. Just something small can do it. Like Lee said earlier on, changing the hand for the lead, or which is a new intervention here with the Platinum League. If you can change your players' positions, which is, I think it's a very good change to the game. Something different.
If you weren't with us a few ends ago, the Engadine Cougars took up that option here on our streaming rink and switched the positions of their lead and second. All rinks, all clubs have that opportunity just one time throughout the match. Has to be done prior to an end starting. See Steve just resting on those back bowls. One in behind, so Sean just looking to back off the weight slightly. He has done with the weight, unfortunately altered the line as well.
Rawlo sticking to the back end here. He won't be far away, you'd think.
Just quicker with this one. Got some rotation on that shot bowl, but it still appears to be Engadine holding.
I think it's made it fractionally worse, I think. Lee put it right in behind the jack.
So those other games in the afternoon session will bring you from 4 p.m. St John's Park taking on Soldiers Point. East Maitland up against Carlingford. Charlestown taking on 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡. And the game that we'll bring you later on between the Marylands Magic and the Warilla Gorillas, which will feature Nathan Rice up against Corey Wedlock.
It's going to be a cracker, that one.
There's this bowl from Sean Ingham. Terrific bowl. Doubles the count.
And not a lot going on there for Matt either, mate. Is there really? Matt Lucas got a really difficult shot here.
The only thing, as we mentioned, clean access really. Open air on the forehand. Not having to navigate past any of the short bowls.
It's a fraction wide coming at this stage.
Not surprisingly, Matt with a very, very nice delivery. Does a fair bit of coaching himself. His own business. He works with clubs and players in Queensland.
Okay, very good.
Superstar player himself, 𝗥𝗢𝗓, made his Australian debut in 2022. Got over 40 caps for the country before retiring late in 24. Focus a bit more on the family and the coaching business. Sean just a little bit wider here with his second.
Weight was perfect. See Matt there using what they call the shooter's stance. So the back foot's relaxed and turned out to an angle. The left foot points at your grass.
Does he get back to lift that one? Oh, he does. Is that enough to make second? That's certainly one to Sean Ingham. That bowl is short of Jack. That's been rolled out. Now third's going to have a look now to see if it's two.
Putting the lie detector on. What was that, one or two?
We'll have it confirmed here in just a moment for you. And yes, it was indeed two.
Two.
So back-to-back ends for Engadine.
So the swap with the leads and seconds has worked so far. 2 and a 2 with the change. So it just goes to show, just a small change, whether either hand change or player change can make a massive difference. Josh Walker-Davis has just buried the jack next door.
Even though they haven't got this jack positioning exactly where they want, just the change of order, change of mindset for the front guys.
Well, it's going to make them both concentrate, isn't it? Like at a different level.
Well, especially for Adam playing second, he would have been moving around with his hands a little bit, both sides of the green, just short with his opener there. But yeah, playing a wide range of shots playing second. He can just focus in one side of the green for these last few ends.
Young Mick's been very consistent. He's played pretty well so far. And old Dad Rawlow's been pretty consistent as well.
He certainly has. Good effort there again from Adam. Turned the Belrose bowl away from the jack, got himself behind.
Yeah, right, Lee. Crowd's starting to build up. There's a lot more noise around the greens now, and players are very vocal.
Yeah, well, a lot of our afternoon session teams starting to arrive at the venue. We have 3 local region Pennant games on the other 2 greens as well. Plenty of people about. It's going to make for a fantastic afternoon session, especially with the locals playing at the other end of the green to what we're on. We've got that grand final rematch, Marylands and 𝗟𝗡𝗓. The opposite end of the green, St John's taking on Soldiers Point. I'm sure there's going to be a huge crowd of locals here to cheer on their homegrown team.
Yeah, the crowd can make a massive difference sometimes too if they're very vocal.
Big finish to this game though, 35 shots apiece. We mentioned earlier on, both these sides defeated last night in round 1. Engadine going down 10-0 to Marylands. They're in the game early, but just got away from them in the second half. And Belrose, narrow 3-shot loss to East Maitland, but they did get a couple of points, so 2 Rink wins. An 8-2 loss for them. And if you are losing games, get as many rinks as you can. See those rink points make a huge difference at the back end of the season. Now, East Maitland last year, 7 wins, 4 losses, just missed out on the finals on rink points. There was teams above them on 7 and 4 that made it through.
Yeah, they just fell away right at the last couple of games last year, East Maitland. They were right up there.
Well, we featured them in round 11 live stream action at TAB Platinum Pennant last season up against 𝗟𝗡𝗓. And both sides were 2nd and 3rd going into the match. And it got to the last game of the last round and the loser was going to be eliminated. Such the tightness of the ladder and the teams below them getting a win.
Unbelievable.
Now Jordan Thompson draws the shot.
Great shot.
Of course, Engadine featured in the finals last year. They were agonisingly just short in season 1 in 6th position. Made it into the top 5 last year. Bowed out in the minor semi-final to 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗟𝗡.
Looks a touch narrow here, Orlo coming down there. He might, yeah.
Just went underneath, so opportunity here for Jordan to add that little bit of weight. Don't touch the jack in behind the pack. They've got 2 nice receiving bowls just past. You see there just to the bottom left of the centre line.
This is where you try and take the shot away from the opposition right here.
Small touch here. Jordan Thompson, what a bowl.
What a bomb.
That is fantastic. Great bowl, Jordan Thompson.
Yeah, might see Rawlo going a bit quicker here, I think. I think he'll be looking to certainly disturbed this. Yep, a lot quicker.
Yeah, it's trying to get connection through the front.
Oh, it's out of the way.
Well, that's the second best result, you'd say. Open up both hands now for his skip.
Looks a nice backhand split there on the other side there now. So Nugget's got to try and, he doesn't want to build the head up too much. If you've got a nice 2 or 3 at this level, you don't want to build targets up because these backhand guys are so good at hitting it. They just take it away in one quick swoop.
Yeah, depending on how far that jack moves, they could be as many as 4 here at the moment.
He's looking for a bit of backward, I think, is he?
Just wanted to get past the front. He's got one past jack, so one of those ones, Clay, you'd love to be able to play that perfect block shot, almost a replacement of that bowl that Rawlings hit, where they just peel off it if they don't get it in the centre.
One of the masters of that shot was Simon Lack, the CEO here at Soldiers Point. I played a lot with Simon, and he could put one on the centre line 9 times out of 10. He was a master at it.
A lot of the skips that I play with say I'm a master of the block shot, but unfortunately against our team, unintentional block shots.
I'm hearing you. Rightio, so Matt's winding up here. Big.
He's got backhand available. Does it get? Yes, he has.
We called it.
Jack straight out of bounds.
Getting rid of that short bowl certainly opened a hand up to play a backhand run shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about bowls and the team of Bowls Australia having a big push to get our sport into the Olympics in Brisbane in 2032. And of course, we've just had the Bowls on Ice Olympics with the curling, and a big part of that game, those block shots and making it hard for the opposition. And as you said, if you can find that perfect bowl there, and it might have only been the time for it, 1.5 metre or so in front of the jack, and try and take away that shot. If you can play it well.
Talking about those curlers over in Canada, Lee, I was lucky enough to coach over in Canada for 6 weeks back in 2013, and all the curlers make awesome lawn bowlers. I think nearly the whole squad for Alberta was nearly curlers. It's a very, very similar game.
Yeah, touch and feel, line calling.
Sitting bowls through and drawing close to targets, and they all made excellent bowlers, the curlers. I was lucky enough to watch a curling game in Edmonton. I really enjoyed it. Never seen one before live. It was great.
Oh, I'd love to do that. Be bucket list, go over and watch. Maybe curling events. The Canadian men's 4 won the Olympic gold just recently, skipped by Mark Jacobs. Brad Jacobs. Brad Jacobs, the skipper of the 4.
Yep. Yeah, they're very good at it in Canada.
Mark Kennedy, there was a bit of controversy there. They had their version of the foot fault midway through that Olympics, where they were giving the stone a second touch past what they call the hog line, our version of the front of the mat.
Yeah, they've got some funny sayings with their bowls too, the Canadians. Hog line, I remember that. It's funny as.
So their crease, I guess, if you think of it in cricket parlance, where they have to let the stone go by.
Yeah, they call social bowls jitney over there.
Jitney?
Yeah, jitney. They've got some very funny sayings with lawn bowls compared to ours.
Well, there you go. I think we've filled our quota of curling chat for this game.
Yeah.
We saw Engadine with a nice build-up of shots, but Matt Lucas getting the jack out of bounds on that previous end. Troy Rogers watching on, member at 𝗟𝗓𝗡. Congratulations to Troy. I saw you were named this week to have an opportunity to trial for the New South Wales men's para side, 𝗟𝗓𝗡 next month. So well done, Troy. Been through some tough times with an accident a few years ago. And
here comes 𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗡𝗗 coming down here. We've got a very open head here at the moment. Plenty of room for the boys.
Worked his own bowls forward there.
Dylan's coming down. He's one of the ones that changed from lead back to second.
We've had another positional switch on the middle rink. So skipping that rink now is Oliver Morrison for Belrose. He's taken the place of Josh Walker-Davis. So just keep that in mind if you are watching on and seeing the bowls next door. Josh Walker-Davis gone back into the third position, and Ollie Morrison has gone up to skip that rink for Belrose there on the middle rink against Callum Murray.
Interesting change, that one, Lee.
So once again, the team that's behind on the board there, 17-8. Made the choice, and naturally that's where the overwhelming majority of changes are going to come from, the side that's behind on the rink.
Exactly. You wouldn't be swapping your side around when you're up 18-10 or something, would you? Here comes Jordan. Jordan Thompson's got a pretty fair bowl here. He runs it. It's funny. It's pretty. It can slow the green down just fractionally when it gets a bit hot this time of day. Green can slow down with the humidity.
Steve Rawlings.
I think he's left it a bit short this time. I think the green's dropped off a bit.
A bit of a change in our other game, other side of the green. For the first time in a long time, it's the Raymond Terrace Jets that have hit the lead. They now lead 54-49 over the Winnie League's Magpies. As we see a double rub up there from Jordan Thompson. Found his way up for shot.
Yeah, Rawlow's looking to add his 6 feet here, or 2 metres, whatever you want to call it.
Well, he's certainly coming further than his first.
Is he going to sit the bowl or get into the gap?
He's found the hole.
So this positional change 3 ends ago is working rather well for Engadine.
They certainly haven't played perfect bowls ever since, but they've made 2 consecutive scores of 2 and then held 4 on the previous end that Matt Lucas had to get the jack out of bounds on.
Well, Walker Davis's rink has tightened up a bit too, hasn't it now?
Yeah, they've
17-8 to 17-13.
Yeah, big score there. So a couple of good bowls from their team, and the inclusion of Ollie Morrison now to skip. And big hats off to our team behind us in the desk that have updated that scoreboard for us. If you've gone away and tuned in, you are right. Josh Walker-Davis was skipping that middle rink earlier on, but they have made the positional switch. Ollie Morrison taking up the mantle to skip the last few ends.
And picked up 5 shots.
And Belrose just getting that bit of a lead there. All advantage, 43-35.
Here comes
Matt Lucas. Does he get down to this bowl? Oh, that should be enough.
Yeah, he's got it. I think
will be enough. He's made at least a couple.
Yeah, 2 shots. The Engadine saying they're 2 down. So.
Well, Sean Ingham, what have you done here? Worried about the speed. No change. That's still 2 to the Bulls. The Bulls are charging here at the moment.
Bulls are charging. I like that.
Not long ago, we were all square here on the masterboard. Sure, we called it at 35 apiece. Now they're just starting to sneak away.
You can feel a surge coming from Engadine. Let's see what happens. If Matty can draw this, he'll maybe stop the flow. I think this green's dropped off a fraction.
Lucas disappointed with that one, but played the big one with his first to make it 2. Belrose hit the 20 mark. Rod Hinchcliffe, one of our viewers, and I think the Cougars will get the job done from here. That was a little while ago, Rod, but I'm sure they're still going to try the fight back. Viewers from Marston in New Zealand as well, watching on. So, well and truly, people watching from New South Wales, Australia and all around the world. As my colleague Nick Hine would say, we're on the way to 1 billion subscribers. We're just several hundred million short at the moment. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Get notifications on all upcoming matches from Bowls, New South Wales. And not just today either, we're back in action tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. We're going over to watch the Battle of the Newcomers. So the Charlestown Tigers play host to Soldiers Point.
Local derby.
See those 2 new sides in action tomorrow. That'll be round 3. At the end of this weekend, we'll get a real clue as to where the ladder is going for this season.
That way pretty good. Way was good?
Yeah. Yeah, it's something like that. We haven't done Yeah, when I get down there, I'll redo it.
Right, here comes Steve Rawlings down on his forehand. Been pretty consistent today, Rawlo. But, as I said, I think that green might be dropping off with the heat a bit. A few of the players are dropping short. Temperature can change this carpet around dramatically sometimes. And Jordan playing a good bowl there. Might be 2. Got a toucher and counted. Come. Always playing this one pretty positive. A little bit of a rub. Could be second shot.
At that stage now where Belrose have got one eye on defence as well as offence.
Another good ball here.
Getting in for second was a good result. Jordan takes that back. Might hold a couple.
Sort of left a bit of a target now, Lee. He's a ball either side of the jack. He'd be that ball back on the line might be messing things up a bit, but he can swing around that, and he's got a nice funnel up through there now.
Yeah, he's got that one of Steve Rawlings there as well to work off if he swings in underneath the line. Nice and firm, Matt Lucas. If he finds the front gap, he's moving something.
Tell you what,
he's
that
caught
bowl
the
of
gap.
Rawlos.
Well, it does open up and give both hands back to him. Alongside us, busloads of supporters literally are coming in.
They're flocking in.
At the St John's Park, club coach has arrived.
You've got a charter bus there, fair dinkum.
Sean,
he's nugget.
Big opportunity here. Bring it just to the front of the jack. Help out. He's going to leave things wide open. So
fraction of weight more he wanted.
Picky speed here.
It's a good opportunity for Matt Lucas. I'd be looking backhand.
Just can't pick his own out, so I think he'll just try and play 3 yards. Interesting here. Matt's calling the shot he wants to play. The 3 front guys are only talking about it amongst themselves and not with Matt.
So he's saying he's got to play too much weight in the backhand, which is dangerous. So he's asking him to play the forehand, which protects his bowls a bit better. That's what he's saying.
Interesting though, like I said, Matt had it in his mind he knew he couldn't play any more weight. He even said that, but didn't get a response from Steve and the guys at the head end of the rink. So they only spoke amongst themselves and decided to call Matt on the opposite hand to what he was looking at. With the experience of Matt, he knows he can't take his own bowl out. And if he wants to make that correction, there's a see bit of the view of the crowd. Caught a quick glimpse there of former world champion Leif Selby on screen. So I believe the club has sold some VIP packages for people to be ringside this evening for when their local team take to the greens.
Get the magic carpet down the middle of the rink, do they?
No, they'll have to go club side because otherwise they'll interrupt where you and I are going to be for our Marylands versus Rilla game. So let's see, Matt's taking a stride up to the other end of the green. I think a really good decision there.
Yeah,
he needs to play the one that he's confident in here.
He's going with the shot that the boys have called, the forehand. It looks a backhand shot here, but you can just come under that blue with nice weight, and it should be spot on.
If only wanting to play about a metre over. This could be a moment in the game here.
That breeze is really blowing now, and it could affect that bowl. I'll tell you what.
Well, he does kick the jack.
Great effort.
Does it do enough? Yes, he has, by the looks of it. So a little. It's like they've made shot. Back bowl of Michael Rawlings, but you'll see on screen there that it is the next two to Engadine. They don't have a clear run at the shot bowl. I think at this time of the game, Clay, they will look to play a nice positive shot.
Yep. Up on the forehand there.
Here.
Push something onto the shot bowl.
Absolutely. Either get it onto the shot bowl or stun and run through yourself.
Yeah, an old split and run through shot.
Sean Ingham uses him, he's one down. So forehand. Searching weight. Hope he hasn't gone too wide there.
He looks way wide, doesn't he?
Here he has.
Yeah. Right idea.
Belrose to take their first shot in a few ends. Oh, sorry, first back-to-back shots in a few ends.
Should make that 21-8.
Jordan not giving up without going to the tape. And it is Belrose who get the single shot.
Ten ends to go. We often say these are the championship ends, the last 10 in a Pennant game.
Getting to a critical time here for the Cougars.
So Lucas 21, Ingham 8, Murray 17, Morrison 13, and Shillington 13, Rudiger 10. Score 47-35, 12 the diff. Belrose in front of Engadine.
A big gap now just appearing on the game we're featuring here. The other two rinks somewhat cancelling each other out. Still a chance, 12 shots, 9 ends.
Terrace has jumped out to a 59-55 lead over there on the other rinks next door.
And they're at a similar time as well, 54 ends played. Not surprising to see. One of the sides, you would say, in their squad list have strengthened up coming into season 3. Mentioned clubs like Engadine have been in and around the finals over the first 2 seasons. Belrose on their way up, the 12th in the first season, made their way to 10th last year. I'm sure they've got higher aspirations here in season 3 of the TOB Platinum Pennant.
Young Mick, another couple of good bowls on the jack there. He's had a very steady game.
Unfortunately for Adam, he just hasn't really got two near bowls to the jack consistently over these past few ends. His best ones have come by just sitting on a bowl or trailing the jack.
Yeah. Well, he's sort of still playing that second position, isn't he? It's when you're playing second, you're always thinking, I've got to reach, I've got to be up, got to be up. And you get put back to lead halfway through the game and you got a cold draw. Got to change your mindset.
Dylan playing that somewhat attacking shot as well. So the first 3 Engadine bowls to the back of the rink. I wonder if they're thinking that the opposition won't notice and I'll just pile them all at the back and
drag it back
nugget
to 7.
And trail it back at the end.
Yeah, surprise attack.
Yeah, Luke O'Grady, well played.
Well done, Luke.
Just on to and past the jack again. They're holding 4 here, midway point of end number 19. Important couple of bowls coming up here for Dylan and then Jordan behind him. Catches that one full. Wants it to turn out now, and it does. Just opens up the angles a little further. 3 to the Bulls.
Game's gone pretty quickly. These times fly when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We're approaching 2 p.m. local time here in New South Wales.
Oh, another through the hole. They've been a bit unlucky.
Just pass. 2 big bowls here for Jordan Thompson.
Correct.
Saw a score on the middle rink. There was 3 shots picked up by Callum Murray on our middle game. He's gone out to a 20 shots to 13 lead, so that will narrow the masterboard score slightly.
Down comes Jordan Thompson on his backhand. How's his weight?
His own coming forward. Bowler Dylan Essex. Got a little movement on it. If anything, that is probably more advantage to Belrose, the way that's now all lined up at Engadine. Yeah, things can work out sometimes. They've now got a closer bowl, Engadine, than what they did, but it's probably not any more beneficial for them than how it was sitting previously. Not too much of the jack wanted. No, found the gap. Flops into count.
Very good.
Jordan adding half a metre of weight here to be perfect. He'd find his own or just around.
It's looking pretty good here. Oh,
Needs all of your own if you're going to get it.
He's close.
Well, he has made the angle slightly better, I guess, Clay, if not for anything else. And certainly taken that side of the rink away from Matt Lucas. And Matt with the opportunity to turn that aqua blue bowl just top left of the jack there. If you can turn that one turn onto the jack there, Clay, he can make a nice score.
He can.
As well as protecting the angles.
Nice smooth delivery there from Matt. Coming out nice.
Oh, what's he done here?
He's looking good.
Just going to sneak by that front one, but it'll drop into the count.
Sat on him perfectly.
Yeah, for Sean. He's got to pick here the weight he wants to play. Looks like it's just over draw. Can't get too wide here. Well, he has.
Feel that breeze getting up again, once again.
Just a bit in between weight there. He knew he had to give it a chance. So the next bowl of Sean Ingham is going to really determine how things may pan out over the concluding stages. Belrose holding a huge count here at the moment.
You don't want to disturb it too much here.
No, he's done well. Very similar bowl to his first.
Oh, got him packed in like sardines in a tin.
So Sean Ingham, last bowl here on the 19th end. In a bit of trouble. His team behind on the big board. Just coming down backhand side. His own bowl coming in.
Oh,
works off the wing bowl and makes shot.
Massive.
Well, that's huge in the context of this game.
Look at them bowls packed around the jack there. What a head.
That was close to a must-make bowl from Sean Ingham, and under pressure, he's found the shot. So Engadine score 1.
How many down do you reckon he was then, Lee? 4 or 5?
Yeah, I think somewhere between 3, 4 or 5. There. Terrific shot. Much needed. Keeps things near enough for Engadine. 47-39, 7 ends to play.
Hate the diff.
Those ends spread pretty evenly amongst the 3 rinks. They're all playing at a similar pace. Probably an interesting thing with some of our scores, Clay. Last night, Belrose scored 69 shots in the match and lost. And now they're currently only on 47.
And they're in front.
And they've got a nice little lead with a few ends to go.
Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, 72-69. I watched that game last night. It was not a bad game.
You see Adam, that trail again. We said that's when he's been at his best, just by making movement of the jack. He stretched out this jack length as well. So one last push here for Engadine Cougars. 7 ends to go. They need to win the majority of those ends, you would think, to be a chance. And I'm going to go past. Fortunately, just goes over the edge of the ditch. As we see a dead end next door to us, the Morrison-Murray game.
Josh Hawker-Davis killed it at third. A little swap around.
Nick Rawlings, first time players have stretched out to near maximum distance.
Here comes Dylan Essex coming down on his left-handed backhand.
Pretty good line too, Clay.
He's well down here. It's a good second.
Yeah, makes it into the count. A couple of shots there, sitting for Engadine. Luke also on his back end. Got their own bowls coming in on this side of the rink. If he's the right weight here, he's going to draw a shot.
He's very close here. Yeah, another good ball on the head.
Terrific effort. That'll be second.
And Dylan Essex coming down with his second bowl. He wants an extra couple of feet.
And it just passed.
Good seconding. Very good seconding. That's where you want it. Any movement of that front maroon bowl, he'll be there waiting for it.
So, Luke, a nice tidy line here once again.
He's very, very close here, Luke.
Yeah, they're two good bowls. Didn't quite make shot, but another good bowl in the head. If you're watching the coverage and wanting to know the update on our other game, I can tell you with 5 ends left to play, Raymond Terrace 59 now lead Wenty Leagues 58. So down to the wire again, and just a reminder, of course, we're under the same pennant scoring as all other New South Wales Open pennant grades, so 7 points for the master board, 1 for each rink, and no extra ends. If scores are tied either on the master board or the rink scoreboard, the points are split. So Jordan got a couple of bowls here to sit on if he's just over. Finds the hole though.
Lost him in the bucket. It's a fraction heavy. I think if you would have found the bowl up there, it would have been all right. And the Rollo looks a touch tight here. Good weight.
Just go with that little chance.
Jordan Thompson down on his backhand again.
Yeah, looks a bit of weighted bowl on this occasion.
He's looking good.
Looking real good. Sit off the red and onto the white. Yeah, there it is. Opens up the jack, but importantly, gives themselves 2 or 3 now though. Really opened up the angle for the opposition, but they have increased the count.
I think Rollo will be like a ball to red rag here. Sorry about the pun. I know he's a bull. But he's tight real early, actually. Surprising. A lot more open now. Like Lee said, they added a shot, but that looks a lot easier shot to play for Belrose now.
Well, and I can let you know there's been another big score on one of our other rinks. It was a 4-shot pickup for Wayne Rudiger. So Engadine draw even closer.
Wow.
47-43 now.
Here comes the surge.
As we say, they're holding 2 or 3 on the rink. We're watching here in front of us. Sean Ingham, he'd just love to make small contact here, Clay, either with the shot bowl or the jack, just to
change it up.
Put the jack out of view.
I think he's going to just turn that round the corner, is he?
Great effort. Is unbelievable weight. He throws his hands back. It's been that kind of day so far for Ingham.
I think he'll be off to church tomorrow morning.
Well, he'll be in action, of course. He'll be in round 3, so left him an early service.
I think it'll be an early one. A 6 o'clock
dawn service.
6 o'clock service. He hasn't had much luck, poor old Nugget, today.
See what weight Matt wants to pick. It's obviously down here on his back end. He's going to go quite firm.
He's gone big.
Is he get the jack clean? Well, he does. That's going to go out of bounds, has it? Well, no, it might be in the corner.
I think it's in.
He's in the corner of the rink. Well, it's a matter of centimetres from the boundary peg. What a great strike from Matt Lucas. Shot bowl a little way away, but it is in favour of the Bulls at the moment. Terrific strike. We said it was open up, but still had to play it.
Plenty of room there for Nugget. He's got probably 4 or 5 feet. I'm not saying it's an easy shot, right out in the corner of the boundary peg.
Well, and the hard part too, I guess his opposition's got the last bowl, so even if he puts this one really close, Matt's got a free hit at it.
I'll tell you
they
what.
need this one to pull up. Need it to stop. It's just over, I think. Yeah, there it goes.
We had another one here now.
So, was that the winning bowl?
It's made a massive difference, that's for sure. 3 up to 2 down, possibly.
Feel the tension in the air. It's gone almost quiet around the greens.
It's a fraction heavy too.
Matt just overplayed it slightly as well, so we'll wait to see confirmation.
1.
There's Belrose it's holding, but yeah, just a single shot for Belrose, so they extend their lead here, 22-9 on our feature rink and 48-43 overall. So 5 shots the difference with 5 ends remaining. We're going down to the wire. TAB Platinum Pennant round 2. Live and exclusive coverage by Bowls New South Wales. It's Belrose Bulls 5 in front, 5 to play. Across the greens it's Raymond Terrace 2 in front with 4 to play.
It's all happening, Lee.
It is. What a delicious entree this has been before we have our grand final rematch at 4 p.m. Those two sides have got a lot to live up to if they want to match the standard we've seen here so far today.
I'm getting excited thinking about
Mick Rawlings.
The big game this Savo.
What a terrific bowl there from Mick first up.
He's had a big game, hasn't he? Played well.
He has played tremendous. Certainly been the best of the 3 leads on this screen.
Yep, 3 leads, that's right. Yeah.
And early call here from Matt. He said, pretty happy with how you've set that up with your first. Don't need to frame that or make any disturbance. Just try and get behind for me on this side of the line.
Well, Skip's happy with that. 1 on, 1 behind.
So we're on our 21st and final end on the match in front of us. We'll wait and see how things pan out over the course of these few ends. See what possibilities are available to us in terms of moving any equipment. Looks like a score for Ollie Morrison on the neighbouring rink. So further one to Belrose. Ollie Morrison scores 1.
He's played a big bowl. He sat and ran through into the head.
Luke O'Grady, well,
great bowl.
Super Bowls from our front end players here for Belrose. I'm sure Dylan Essex will be trying to fight back. Just a bit quick for that.
J-Boy Nice played a big bowl over there for the terrace. Very, very close game over there.
Yeah, 2 good ones. Luke O'Grady.
Dylan needs a good bowl here.
Yeah, they're more interested in this one, Clay.
He's just
what angle can he find on these ones? Well, he doesn't want to turn it behind. Well, it has made it slightly better. I think he's freed up the jack to go to the back of the rink. And I think it's probably time for some attacking bowls. The Cougars try and make some solid connection there.
That bowl's coming in pretty hard now. We've got a pretty strong breeze coming across the rink right there on Rawlow's forehand.
Pretty close to where he was called to play it too, Clay. One just angled past the jack. Forehands to play, 6 the gap. Jordan Thompson, firm weight. Well, he's certainly right through this.
Wow, had some on that.
Didn't get anything angled up through the head.
Look
so
how great
he
he's.
remains as it is.
Luke O'Grady's green and white ball there sitting on the jack for Belrose.
Asked to go down the back of the rink with the players out of the way. It's done that well. So
Fire 2.
Fire 2. And he gets this right at the front. He'll squeeze O'Grady's bowls together and the jack straight out.
Oh, you got some movement.
Feather to touch are going through. Players just confirming that one did flick the jack coming through. Certainly opened the situation up there, Clay. That
certainly has.
That first positional bowl of Steve Rawlings, potentially the shot. The inside one of Dylan Essex with the yellow piece sticking out. Yeah, perfect view of that replay. You can see that bowl touch the jack after it made connection with the front.
Yeah, it looks a forehand draw there, but with Rawlo bowl is, but I think he was calling himself on the backhand there. Interesting.
one further update for our scoreboard. It was McWhinney Shillington with a 1 on the last end there to level that match. So that bottom rink there, Dale McWhinney Shillington and Wayne Rudiger, 14 shots apiece. That's finished.
They've had a battle.
So half a point each scored there. Ingham right through with weight. Plenty of Belrose bowls in the area.
Okay, Matt's trying to set that yellow bowl, I think, on the backhand. That's what he's after.
I wondered whether he would attempt that. He'll certainly, yeah, he is. He'll put all sorts of pressure on Ingham if he does get it. What connection happens here? Well, he runs and on for probably another counter.
The old sit and run through.
Well, Ingham after the jack. They do have a toucher in the ditch, of course. But finds the gap. Wait and see what the count is. As players shake hands on the rink in front of us. And it's 2 shots to Belrose. So they secure a convincing win on our feature rink. It finishes 24 shots to 9. They extend their lead on the master board. $52 shots to 43 now. Our team, yeah, we're going to get some angles side on. We'll let the players pack their bowls up here in front of us. I think they probably don't realise we're going to angle away to the other rink. Going to move across to the Morrison versus Murray rink. Capture the last bit of action there. Certainly this end at least. 52-43, so 9 shots the difference. Terrific bowl there from Lockie Thompson. Viewers, please bear with us. We'll try and look for any player indications. We haven't seen the bowl colours and types of these players on the adjoining rink, so we'll look for any indication that they give us, Clay, as to what the current state of play might be. In the other match, across the other end of the green, it looks like Raymond Terrace are going to record their second win of the season. They now lead 66 shots to 58 with 2 ends remaining over there. 23 all draw. Matt Swan and Jay by Norris. Callum Murray being asked to play big weight at this.
Not much of a target there, but yeah.
In the area.
Oh,
He spun a few bowls out of the way. See, that's given himself an option for his second bowl. So, Ollie Morrison onto the mat. Ollie, formerly from Tasmania, another one who's made the move to play full-time for Belrose. He's a fantastic junior down in Tassie.
yeah, very good bowl.
His way in. I don't know if that's changed the target at all. Looks like it could be at least 1, maybe 2 for Belrose. And as you alluded to earlier, Clay, Ollie's been given the opportunity to show his wares at the upcoming state trials in the under-25 side, New South Wales. So, never easy to move interstate and make the New South Wales team. So a big effort from Ollie, and it shows the potential that he's got. You see Callum driving again.
Ooh,
Catches
close.
some items at the front, so I think that's going to be enough to secure the victory for Belrose. 9 shots in front ahead of this result. And their lead has the mat in hand.
One to Belrose.
So it's a single shot to Belrose. They're now 10 in front with 1 end to go. Of course, they've already secured the half point with 𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗡𝗗 in the draw, a full point with Matt Lucas. Now got the 7 points locked away for the masterboard, so a minimum 8.5 points here for Belrose.
Just got to protect the 5.
Yeah, important for Engadine now to not lose a big score here. Attention at this stage will go away from the masterboard and all down to the Rink scoreboard only. Must really thank our production and camera team here for their quickness in getting footage across onto this second rink. A big effort from the team. They were a late pack up at Carlingford last night, made the trip up the highway this morning to be here and ready to get underway for the first game. Of course, they'll have a short break and we'll be back. Just a reminder, at 90 minutes from now, just before 4 p.m. at local time, we'll be back with the huge marquee matchup. Maryland's taking on Warilla.
Very good shot there. Unusual to be seeing 2 guys in a team both using sticks to lean on, isn't it? Don't often see that.
Yeah, John Campton for Belrose, greenkeeper at the club. Also had a recent injury because I haven't seen him use this previously.
Obviously, he'd be getting tips off Rawlo, I'd say.
Must be. Pretty good role model, the way we watched him play earlier on.
Him and his young fellow, I think I'd only give young Mick the man of the match on that rink there, the way he led. It's making it hard for the Cougars to try and remove that front touch and orange bowl there. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, Josh Walker-Davis just getting in behind. For Engadine, it's a hard end to play. You know you've lost the masterboard, but just need to do everything you can. Don't lose a big score here. Go away with 1.5 rink points. Sure, they'd be disappointed with that result. But need to scrap and fight for every point you can.
We've lost a few players over the last couple of years too, Engadine, haven't they?
Yeah, we mentioned that last night when
Makes
we
it tough for 'em.
featured the 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗧 game. 2 of their stars from last year in Jay Bruce and Jack Lewis making the switch from Engadine to 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗧.
Both had outstanding years as well.
Steady build up of bowls just past. Josh has just edged the jack across.
Went to the opposition, didn't it? A bit unlucky, was it?
Well, things happening over on the far green as well. 5 the difference. They've had their own positional switch with Lee Schreiner taking the back seat, going back to third, and Cohen Litfin going up to skip that rink. Couple of bowls to go, 5 the difference. We'll keep you updated in a moment on the final result there, as we see both skips approaching the mat here to conclude the Belrose Engadine matchup. So Ollie trying to make some connection to give himself the chance of the score. Just sails through wide.
Whereabouts in Tassie is Ollie from, Lee? I think Josh Walker-Davis is a Tassie boy too. They know each other well.
Yeah, both previous Tassie. Yeah, not 100% sure on the break up there with the northern part or southern.
I think Walker-Davis is he's a Launceston boy, I think.
That one of Callum might have blocked direct access to the kill. I was just going to have a bit of a look here and see what is possible.
Josh Walker-Davis has signalled they're holding 1. Can make 5. So a touch off the inside of the orange and he can get on the jack and make 5, he said. That's interesting.
Yeah, needs to get it just over towards that pink bowl, just coming into view, left-hand side of the jack there as you look at it.
Inside edge. Close.
Well, he's got another one in the count, but it won't be enough, and I wonder if we'll see Callum play his last one here.
If he's 2 down, he's got to.
Course for it. Well, only if there's no chance of losing 5, I guess. For and against could be a determining factor, but
later on in the year.
Yeah, wins and rink points are going to be the most likely separator on the ladder. Things have finished on the neighbouring match, and it was Raymond Terrace who held on. A great close match over there. Raymond Terrace 66 shots to 62 winners over 20 leagues. And we head into the last bowl. Callum Murray on the mat.
And playing his backhand with a little bit of weight.
So he mustn't have that danger.
He's in the. He's
going
to hold out wide, is he?
Just gets a flick and run on.
5.
What was the big score? There you go.
He might have flicked his own out, did he? Hard to see. Josh Walker-Davis is claiming 5.
Well, it is 5 shots. Well, what an amazing finish.
Makes it 20 all.
Appears as though they've finished 20 shots apiece. Well,
2 draws.
We didn't see that coming before Callum's last bowl.
There's a half a point they've picked up. We didn't expect that.
So with 2 draws and a convincing rink win by Matt Lucas's team, it's Belrose 58 going to take out the win. 9 shots to 1, 58-43 on the masterboard. And Clay, we saw a pretty good game, but it was just Belrose that pulled away there in the late stages.
Yep. On the TV rink here, they were very solid on that rink. A bit more consistent.
Yeah, just played the better bowls. Just a reminder, of course, coming up 4 p.m. local time. That's a little under 90 minutes from now. You see the match up there. The Marylands Magic taking on the Warilla Gorillas. Now 2 skippers we will see in that match. Nathan Rice up against Corey Wedlock. Huge amount of international experience amongst those two players. So please do join us back. Go and have an hour's break, have a bite to eat, grab a drink and get set up again. We'll be back here at about 10 to 4 with live coverage of our grand final rematch, Maryland's first Wheeler. But in our opening game, it was Belrose taking the win 9-1, 58-43. Big congratulations to the Bulls.
Go to the group, go to the